camera to make sure it's still working.
Yeah, you can actually see, if you have this viewer, you can see exactly what my view into this looks like. Also, we've got our nice little thing there. Hello, Twitch and YouTube in the future. Well, actually, yeah, we'll see. We've got a new stream starting soon. Oh, I'm just popping it up over here, just showing off. It's really cool. Ironic that it's Neff and not any character that I'm playing in this game, but hell yeah, I'm very invested in
Neff technically exists in this universe, eh?
I guess, yeah, if we have it linked that way, then sure. But she's just my my pride and joy, my baby. I have to represent her.
First child. You never forget your first child.
It's so true. Like, Zentiel has just become my brand.
Yeah, it happens.
My brand.
I don't know what's happening. I feel like there's times when I'm feeling like, man, Neff and I are like the same person sometimes in these certain scenarios.
I don't feel like that with Brian. I think if I ever felt like that with Brian, I should probably go to therapy. So
maybe. I like to think I'm a lot less oblivious than Neff is. I don't think Neff is very in tune with other people's feelings as much. So I try not to veer into that territory. But on the gleeful, joyful, enjoying life side of things, I think we have a lot in common that I didn't initially realize.
I think I'm like Valis, but I've never played Valis, so there we go.
Yeah, oh my god. We're gonna have to get that in the future at some point. We need Valis.
I don't know when I'm gonna play him. I can't figure out an in for him, and like I think what was the what's it called? My brain's not working. The Barovia campaign that Emma wants to run.
Chris Strahd.
Yeah, that one.
Ah, yeah. That should be pretty good.
I don't want to die because he's special. He's my second D&D child.
Which
I've also got I've got a one shot that you could throw him into too as well.
Yes.
To try
him out. 13 one shot.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like Emma needs to play in the one shot where I play Valis because he has like a very tenuous link with the DC, and it's such a boring link. Like when I reveal it, you guys are gonna be like, "Why did you even bother to like conceal this link? Like it's boring. It's so tenuous. Like it's not spoiling."
I'm excited for it regardless. It's gonna be good.
But when it comes out, you'll be like, "Hey, yes, good job at keeping that link secret, Lily. Definitely, saved us a win." I'm like, "Oh god."
What was the module that you said we were gonna play in person before?
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep.
Oh, that's so cool.
On that one.
Wait.
My grumpy sea elf.
It was which Waterdeep one?
Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Okay. I'm gonna have a look into that. I need to pick up the stuff for it.
Yes. I think Steffi is gonna play, I think. I've kind of confirmed her.
Oh hell yeah. It's gonna be good. When I see you actually we can scout out the place. I can show you where I found it. Because it's really nice to locate it and they have so much room and the staff are like very chill and like, yeah, you can totally host the game here whenever you want for free. I'm just like, this is good. I think they also have like food there if you want to buy stuff. But
the thing is with Maggie, I think she's coming back at the end of February.
Yeah.
So that's a bit like me.
Yeah, but it'll be short. We'll have some fun times, hopefully.
Yeah.
And we can also like even if we start, we can pop Maggie in anyway. It'll be fine. We'll work it out. It'll be good.
I feel so weird that this is my last semester in Melbourne, and it feels like it's already going really fast. And I've only just like, I don't know.
We have to hang out before you go.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, we hang out a lot. We try to see each other quite a bit because we have chaotic energy that functions that way. So
that's good.
Fun fact: Druidy's bracers are actually from the Dragon Heist module.
Oh, so that's where they're from. Okay, I had no idea.
Yeah, that's what the original source was. And I was not interested in any other item ever.
What are your braces?
It's the braces of flying daggers. Endless daggers all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so, without further ado, I would like to... Well, I'll ask, Lily, do you feel like doing recap at all?
Can I be really annoying and opt out, but I'll fill in if I remember stuff?
Well, up to Aelin. Aelin, do you want to take the reins in that case?
I will just do it. I kind of figured that was the case, because I was like...
I'm sorry.
Alright, wait, just for fun, before we do this, Aelin, I'd like you to roll a d20 for me, then.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, I want your closest roll to 9.
Well, I am getting out my nat ones early. Wait, that's a 7. That's the one.
Oh, nat 1! Well, you're out of you... Full stop. You're the closest out of the total 1 participants to 9, so I would like to ask you if you'd be so kind to take it away.
Also, that was a really good shot that I got of my moss dice.
So. Yeah, they're cool. Oh my god. Some nice dice.
Nice choice.
That was my birthday dice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we pick up investigating the dark hallway with a light emanating from behind a door. Jade leads the group and investigates the light. It is a regular warm glow. And at that point, Jade's taken point. Drudy is a cat. Core is holding Drudy as a cat, and Baron is close to the back of the group, with Dariel at the back. Anyways, Core kicks the door open, as he does. It's a candlelight. We find an office, basically, with, some treasure chests and some scrolls that have the shapes on them, and then part of it is torn off. Also, a feather from Tome of Nature is in there, meaning that she has at some point been down there.
Oh, Tome, you.
We open all the treasure chests. There's some fun little loot. Ring of Mind Shielding. I will get to who has it later. Cartographer's tools for Dariel, which can be used to fill in blanks from maps or determine if a map is a fake. And I just love that. Baron finds a potion of animal friendship. Core has a bit of trouble with his chest, and there's a key and a puzzle, and he finds the key to the fake gem-encrusted treasure chest in the corner, and he gets a cool cloak with a mountebank.
Heck yeah.
So we have some fun shenanigans with the room and the doors moving and then vanishing and then moving and reappearing, and fun. Also, a closet appears. We take some Eyes of the Eagle glasses, which end up with Baron. Apparently, we've spent a solid 8 hours in this office, which...
Yep.
wild. But we eventually get out. We go find Oliver again, and there's this whole bit where Jade tries to give Core tries to give Oliver the ring of mind shielding. Jade takes the ring back. Jade has some kind of aversion to wearing the ring, which we're not sure about yet. Core and Jade have a bit of a thing.
A tiff.
A tiff, yeah. Core goes for a walk and basically has a Scooby-Doo Doors moment.
Yeah.
And Core ends up with the ring of mind shielding in his pocket. The library is a
black hole.
It's an avalanche of books and things into the void, and why a void is on the ship, will we make it to Capital? Who knows?
I hope it's not leaking.
Thank you for that. Great.
Oh, you're welcome.
We find our way. We're like, well, we're not going that way. I'm sorry for the voice cracks, y'all.
It's totally okay. I love them.
Yeah, we're not going towards that. We can't find any other way out except for we somehow miraculously find our way into the jail cells, which does have another way out. And Core and Jade, have a little bit of a heart-to-heart and kind of figure out that, like, Jade is learning everything from Core, and Core is like, I'm still learning everything. I am not your parent.
I'm not your mom.
I'm not your mom. I'm not your dad. I'm not your gremlin, goblin person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we eventually find our way up to top deck. Captain Stronghand's like, okay, so criminals, guys. y'all got to do this test
Oh boy.
to get your records expunged. And I also have some tasks that you can get paid for. And yeah. There's a... Oh, yeah. Okay, so let me just read you the last thing that I've got here.
Go for it.
There's a strange sound in the distance as a small ship slides across the water, making ice as it approaches us. Jade attempts to navigate around the ice, but we become surrounded by it. The small boat stops, and a figure looks up at us. It is John, the ice wizard, and he demands 10,000 gold, or he won't unfreeze the ship. Well, it looks like your ship out of luck, bud, because none of us got it.
Yeah.
That was a wonderful John impression. I love it so much. Oh my goodness. Yep, that's pretty much, I think, for the most part, everything that went on. Lily, was there anything you wanted to add?
No, it was great.
All
Thanks,
right.
Aiden.
It was absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. So,
Glad to help.
Also, look, just for my quick... That was very loud.
Sorry, was that my text? I keep trying to turn it off. I've managed to turn off all notifications except my text, so hopefully no one else texts me.
I thought you were tapping your teacup again.
Ding. I was going to ask, with all that in mind, do you remember where Oliver is? Because in my notes at the very beginning, I was just like recapping for myself where we were, and I wrote, I forget where Oliver is. I don't remember where I put
Oliver had followed us to the top deck. Oh, other important thing that I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, well, Tome of Nature, we need to go back to her. She's in the infirmary. There's no more necromancy magic. Oh, girl dying. So...
Girl dying. Oh, rip.
Yeah, girl dying. Jade's like, well, Oliver doesn't need to see that, and takes Oliver up to top deck, and that's where we end up meeting Captain Stronghand. Dreedy and Baron take her down to the bunks so she can rest in peace. Yeah, she can rest in peace. And it seemed like Baron wanted to say something, but we were having some like microphone issues, and so then we go up to the top deck, and yeah, then that conversation with Captain Stronghand happens.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So he's on top deck as well. So I'm just going to say that he's with you guys, kind of in your general vicinity, as is, I think, Dariel as well. I think you guys are all pretty much on top deck.
Yep.
So, with that in mind, welcome back.
If in doubt, I assume that Oliver is just with Jade.
True, yeah. I'm guessing that like
in
you guys
the
are all
turkey
that
pouch.
True. Okay, so, well, if anything else comes up, I'll kind of like bring it up as we go, but for the most part, I think we're good. So, welcome back, fellow adventurers, to Shiny Boys Session 16. We're here, we're live. Thank you everybody who's watching this wherever. As you all now return to the scene that we last left, you're on the ship, you're on the boat, the big ass ship that all of you are on. With you on top deck, I think, as well, just kind of in your general vicinity. In your immediate vicinity, you've got Dariel and the rest of the party. Jade is there as well. Captain Stronghand is with you at this point too, because he's steering the ship, and he was talking with you guys earlier. Further out on the deck, you've got Frederick and Morty. I keep calling him Morty. That made me so sad. Frederick and Mort are there. No Morty.
Frederick and Morty.
No, I think that's why I'm saying it.
Oh! Or here we go. It's Mort and Frederick.
Yeah, Mort and Frederick. They're both on... Oh my god. I'm upsetting myself. I'm sorry. They're both on top deck as well. They're a lot further off. They're kind of like... They're kind of like observing the ice, it looks like. But they're kind of on the other side of the ship. They're there. Is anybody else there as well? I guess Captain Stronghand is there with Scarlet, his messenger pigeon. And that's about it. There isn't anybody else there. Stronghand's men are not up here. None of the guards, as far as you can tell, are up here as well. When you were walking up to the top deck, I think I forgot to mention, you would have seen, passing by the room where all the cannons are and all that sort of stuff, underneath the top deck there were quite a few of Stronghand's men, and also the Dragonborn guards, kind of there, just making sure the equipment is all there and cleaned and whatnot, and the rest are somewhere else in the ship, who knows where. Before you stands a short wizard of unknown origin, John the Ice Wizard, as he's introduced himself, and his little boat that he's skiing on this ice as he's going. Oh! Perfect timing, Baron! Hello! Welcome to the party. How are you doing? Baron! Quitting. Hello? We're having audio issues, it looks like. We can't hear you if you're saying anything. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now! Hello! Welcome! Welcome
Okay, I was saying this whole bunch of shit and then no one heard me. Anyway, as I was saying, like, really sorry. The family thing went, like, way over time. And I just got home.
That's all good. I mean, hey, thanks for making it regardless. Sometimes life happens, so it's all good. Plus we had a nice chat, and you actually really did.
So far?
You missed literally nothing. Aelin did a recap. We're on the boat. John the Ice Wizard is in front of us, and I was just bringing everybody into the scene, and we're here on top deck, facing down John the Ice Wizard. So you actually haven't missed anything because
awesome.
We caught up for a bit. So this is where you find yourselves. This is all perfect. As you're here being addressed by John the Ice Wizard now, as he's kind of skated into view. For anybody who's looking at his ship and what he kind of looks like, he's a small, well, it's hard to see from up here, but he's a shorter sort of fellow. Hard to say. He looks maybe human. Again, hard to say from this distance. He's got kind of a cloak on, as far as you can tell. He's not dressed up all that much. His little tiny sailboat that he's riding on has like these little helicopter blades, they look like almost, which he's using to kind of magically skate himself across the ice, which it seems like is emanating from beneath the ship, freezing the water as he's kind of skating along. And he's kind of like this spotty circular pattern. As that's happening, as he sort of introduces himself and addresses all of you, demanding 10,000 gold, or he will keep the ship encircled in ice, Captain Stronghand kind of turns to you all, and says, I'll leave this to you. I need to talk to Jade for a moment. We have to have a quick discussion about something on the boat. Will you be okay to deal with this? And he kind of looks at all of you.
Well, I suppose we have to be, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
This is the nature of sailing the seas. Alright, good luck. Don't die. Don't burn anything down. I'll trust that you will deal with this nuisance on the sea. Jade, come with me for a moment. And then they start to head back down to bottom deck. Oliver stays behind with you because he's entranced by the sight of this short wizard on the sea.
Ice, baby.
So he's kind of looking up to you expectantly now, just having kind of declared.
Drady is going to turn Oliver around and give him a pat and send him with Jade.
I want to see what the Ice Wizard is about. He seems fun.
No, thank you.
Strahan kind of turns around. Oliver, you'd best come with us, I think.
There you go. Go be with your adults.
Okay. I'll go.
I have something great for this.
So he kind of waddles down. Also, notably, Cloud is also not on top deck, as far as you know. And you didn't see him in the cannon room. Now, at this point...
This is fine. He's probably just being eaten by the black hole.
Oh my goodness. Sad.
Or he is Shadow Wizard Calorel. Calorel's next target.
Catarel. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so he turns back to you, John the Ice Wizard, and he looks. If you don't give me 10,000 gold at this very moment, I will freeze the ship. And he's kind of pointing and jutting with his like little wand that he's holding.
Right.
Core, how familiar with wands are you, out of curiosity?
Very. I am smart magic boy.
Very smart? Okay, in that case, let's see, would you have ever maybe used this before? I want you to roll for me just a quick either Arcana or Intelligence or History check.
I'm best at Arcana, so let's do that. 14 plus 5.
5. Okay, 19. So with your crazy good roll, in the general kind of sense, I'll just give you a description of what you sense magically. For the most part, you sense the overall kind of like the aura of the magic of the ship that you're kind of familiar with now, emanating from what you presume is the pillar, or the crazy little cube thing that you guys ran into before. Aside from that, you don't really get a hint of any what's the word? Like necromantic magic.
Necrophilia.
Baron, you're fired from this campaign.
Queenie's invaluable contributions are the best.
With the having cast just been generally around Tome of I was gonna say the wrong tome. Tome of Nature before, you would have gotten that sort of the magic that comes with kind of being like affected by like a necromancer, for example, which you might not have noticed too much before, but you do notice the notable absence of it now. That aside, looking at his wand, you do recognize this wand, and you have seen it before, and you've actually even seen it being used. It's a fairly common wand. It's a Wand of Winter. But
do I have any idea what stops this wand?
Fire?
Can I make a check?
Actually, I'm not even sure myself what stops this wand.
Because I know that some ones can be like broken, but
you could just, I think you do have the capability to just break it. I don't think it's like I mean, it is weaker to fire magic, that sort of thing, but you can break it like you could break, I think, any other one.
I have fire magic.
Or at least that's how I'm gonna say it works. I'm not gonna. It's not like a very strong magical item, as in, it's not super resistant to being hit directly with powerful magical force. Aside from ice magic, of course, which is like it's kind of what it's used for.
How far away is the Winter Wizard?
He's probably less than 30 feet away.
Cool. I jump up onto the side of the ship so I can get a good shot at him and cast Flaming Sphere above his head.
Oh my god, okay, in that case, I want you guys to... I'll let you go first, but I want everybody else to roll for initiative in that case. Oh my goodness.
No chill, get it?
Oh my god. Cora, I'm putting you first, because you're attacking. And you'll get advantage on this, because doing it like as a surprise attack.
So the idea behind it is this can... Ooh, that echo.
Ooh.
Queenie.
I think it's Queenie. The idea being that you can attack creatures with it and they can make a save, but it's a giant sphere of fire above ice, and I can move it around for a minute and melt stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh, dang. Oh, so you're trying to melt the ice like where he's standing. Oh, this is gonna be interesting, actually. Huh. Okay.
And potentially injure him badly.
Oh yeah, it's gonna injure him badly. He's a wizard. You might...
Boys. Squish the wizards. I mean, no, let's not squish one certain lovable wizard, but this wizard, nah, we can squish him.
Alright, Verdridi and Baron, how did you guys roll for initiative?
18.
15.
Oh, okay. So Verdridi is 18. Baron. Oh, okay, cool. So, in that case, what's the save roll?
Dex.
Dex save? Ooh, okay. I don't think it's gonna save. It's a 9.
Nah, boys. Alright, I'm gonna roll your damage.
Alright, roll some damage.
5. 4. That is a total of 9 damage to the Winter Wizard.
Oh, okay. He looks like he's fairly stricken. It strikes him with like a strong force. You can tell he flinches a lot. He's not used to fire magic either, because being an ice wizard, this is like not his specialty, and he's a bit weak to it himself, so you see him flinch quite a bit. Also,
take that, ice boy.
You do notice kind of an interesting effect. What's the area of effect for melting ice with this sort of spell, if it has that sort of thing?
Let me check. It's a... Ooh. So the actual sphere has a 5-foot diameter, but the heat that it's radiating... I think it... Let me just read the end.
If it doesn't have a specific one, we can just make one up and say that's what it is.
So it has a 20-foot radius of like... Oh, 40 foot actually.
40? Okay. In that case, we're going to see something interesting.
The heat and the light from it seems to extend for 40 feet, but after 20 feet, I don't think it will probably... Depends how thick the ice is, dude. This is science.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
You will see some sort of effect, though. Because the ice itself... Yeah, you will kind of now realize, having cast the spell now, what you see, aside from John himself kind of flinching, going, "I burns!" underneath the fire, you do see that his boat that's sitting on the ice surrounding his boat melts pretty quickly from the flames of the from the fireball. However, the ship starts to... There's like a kind of a circle, or not really a sphere, but like a circle of ice that instantly reforms underneath the boat as soon as the ice starts to melt. Now, 10 feet either side of that ring, the ice kind of starts to melt and doesn't kind of reform. it looks like from this vantage point there's about a 30-foot ring, a radius of 30 feet ring of ice kind of surrounding the ship, and it seems like it kind of generates back without John's kind of assistance. So you can also gain from this, just from being a magical user yourself, that the ship seems to be generating this ring of ice somehow underneath itself as it kind of skates along the ice.
Interesting.
So, with that move under your belt, Verdridi, you're next in the order, actually.
You said that John was within 30 feet of us, or we could get within 30 feet of John?
As long as you're, like, looking at him over the edge of the ship, the drop is less than 30 feet, and he's almost directly below you.
Okay, cool. I would like to cast Thorn Whip.
Okay, what does Thorn Whip do?
So I create a long vine-like whip covered in thorns that lashes out at my command towards a creature in range. I make a melee spell attack, and if it hits, the creature takes d6 piercing damage, and if they are large or smaller, they are pulled 10 feet closer to me.
10 feet closer to you? Okay. Okay. Alright, cool. Go for it.
Guys!
Oh no. Whew. Whew. Man, that's a prickly thorn. Oh my goodness. That's a nice critical hit. Holy moly, okay.
So how do you want to...
Alright, well... That's to hit, right? Well, it hits. I'm gonna say that the...
Do I double the dice? Do I...
double the damage, and he's also gonna be pulled twice as close.
Okay, cool. So that's 10 full damage. And, yeah. So he's pulled, what, 20 feet? He's dangling below, just 10 feet away?
Yeah, so he would have been pulled 10 feet closer to the boat, now being maybe, like, I'm not exactly sure how far down he is, but pretty close, and then pulled another 10 feet up out of the water towards you guys. So he's probably within, like, 10 feet of you at this point.
Just dangling from this, like, vine of thorns.
It hurts! Alright. So with that out of the way, so weird situation. His boat has remained on the sea, and is kind of just sitting on this ring of ice there. Just chilling. Baron, it's your move. What do you want to do?
Just have a question. What is he wearing, and what is he holding?
He's holding a wand that you probably don't recognize unless you want to try to roll for it. So he's holding a wand. He's also wearing a very interesting looking cape. It seems to kind of like it flows very nicely in the breeze as even as he's dangling. It looks very majestic, the cape. He himself doesn't look very majestic at all. In fact, it doesn't really suit him, but the cape itself is very nice. It's like a cloak, I should say.
Is he wearing anything that has metal, or is he holding anything that has metal?
The wand itself doesn't look like it's metal. The wand itself, if you're looking at it, it's kind of like a twisted sort of like a branch almost that's kind of holding like little crystal at the end. Everything that he's wearing looks like it's made of mostly fabric. You look for any. If you want, you can roll a perception check to see if you see any rings or anything like that. But he's not wearing any metal armor. I don't think wizards actually. Can wizards wear metal armor?
I think so.
I was hoping to see if he was like a dagger or something.
Say again.
What was the wizard question?
The wizard question.
Can wizards wear armor?
Oh yeah, like metal armor.
No.
Yeah, had a feeling. Well, he's wearing at least like fully cloth stuff. Queenie, what did you say about the dagger?
I was just trying to ask if he was like, if he had like a dagger on him or something.
Oh, okay, well you can see that aside from the one that he's got at his disposal, and he's got like a little pouch and stuff, you can't really see necessarily just from looking at him very briefly in your turn initiative whether or not he's hiding a weapon somewhere like that. He doesn't have one out in the open. If you'd like to use your action to inspect him or investigate him, I'll let you do that, but otherwise you don't see anything like that.
Alright. I decide to cast Suggestion.
Okay. What does that do?
It's a Wisdom 50.
Wisdom 50. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Let's roll to see if let's see how wise this boy is. Come on. He's a wizard. Oh, natural 20! He is unfazed. I'm sorry for my outburst. Nat 20s are always hype.
They are.
That's fine.
That's how you can tell if I'm faking or if I'm just like, oh yeah, it was a nat 20. But yeah, nah, he is not taking suggestions. No community feedback right here. No criticisms allowed. So, is there anything you want to do as bonus action then?
The bonus action. Huh.
You can still move and use your bonus action if you like. Yeah. Hello. You what? I couldn't hear you. Cut off after you said I.
Okay, I decide to something and mope.
You decide to what something and mope?
Behind anything. And
mope. Okay. Yeah, sure. You can hide behind like.
Oh no, I hide behind Vegeta and I start moping.
Okay, I'll let you mope as a bonus action. Sure.
You can mope as a bonus action.
That's a quote for this game. You can mope as a bonus action. That's a good shirt quote as well. Yeah. Okay, you do that. You go mope. You use up some of your movement to get behind Vegeta. And it's gonna be John's turn in the order. Okay, so he's not looking too great. He's pretty beaten up. But he kind of says to you, as I look for his actual character stuff. He looks pretty mad at this point. Beware, the sextuple hydro tetragon beam! And he points his wand kind of right at you, Vegeta, because he's aiming at you at this point. And he's gonna try it. Well, actually, this attack doesn't do anything this turn, but you'll see what appears at this point. From the tip of his wand starts growing. Like, it looks like an ice cube at first. It just starts growing out of the tip of his wand. And as it starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it inflates to the size of like a 5 by 5 by 5 foot cube of ice, it looks like. And he launches it, and it makes like a droning sound. And it moves very, very, very slowly. Very slowly. In your general direction. And it actually doesn't move fast enough to hit you this turn, so that's going to be his turn.
You can just, like, step back.
This is a custom attack, by the way. This is not on D&D Beyond.
That's so cool.
So, he launches that, and it's heading in your general direction at this point. So, with that out of the way, with his turn out of the way, because he can't really do anything else, he's kind of struggling. By the way, can he escape your whip, or is that not a thing?
Well, it was either he was going to escape the whip and fall the 20 feet that he was dragged back into the water. So that's some fun fall damage. Or we can say that he's still trapped in it and has to use his turn to escape it. So that is up to you.
I'm going to say that's a fun idea. I like the idea of having him use his movement to escape. So I'm going to say that he's going to try, after having launched that, use up all of his movement, or half of his movement, to escape the grapple of the whip, let's say. Because I don't know if it has like any restraint or something like that. Or we can you roll like for the whip? Is that how it works? Is it like a strength versus acrobatics? It's an interesting scenario. We can do it that way. That'll be kind of fun.
The alternate is that he falls 20 feet.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna fall 20 feet into the water.
Yeah.
So
when it
how much do you take fall damage from falling into water from 20 feet in the air? Or if he's 10 feet away from you, then he's 10 feet from the ground, roughly 15 feet or so. He falls into the water. He's in the water.
Okay.
So he'll just do a big splash, and from that height, it's not quite high enough, I think. I have to actually come up with something for water damage. It might be like that. It's just half the damage, or it takes twice as high to fall from for it to be the same amount of damage, or something along those lines. We'll figure it out later.
Draidy's original plan was to yank him onto the boat.
Okay.
With the whip, which was
okay.
But if it, if the whip just like fades after that one turn, that's fine too.
Well, if it's still active, we can do... Okay, you can roll a strength check for me, and he'll roll an acrobatics check. And if I succeed in my acrobatics, if it beats your strength, then we'll say he escapes the whip. Otherwise, we'll say that he's still restrained.
Okay.
Just improvise as we go. Oh, it's not great. That's a 12 on his strength check.
It's a 16 on the dice.
Okay, he's still stuck in this thorn thing. Alright, so that's his turn over. Back to the top. Core, what would you like to do?
I'm just trying to figure out if I can feasibly do this.
Whatever you want to do, I want to make it work, so let me know.
Let's find out. Cool. So I can... Okay, Aelin might need to help a bit here as well. So, what I need to do, I can move the Flaming Sphere as a bonus action, but if I summon Mage Hand, which is a cantrip, can I just make that appear? I can't move it if I'm moving the sphere, right?
Hang on. Okay, Mage Hand's not concentration, so you should be able to do the entirety of Mage Hand with... however, moving the sphere, I think, does count as an action.
It's a bonus action.
Oh, it's a bonus action. So then, yeah, that should actually all work. Yeah.
So you
Okay,
can, you can action your Mage Hand and bonus action move the sphere then.
Thank you, people. Cool. So what I want to do, I want to start moving the sphere back over him as a bonus action, and I want to summon
towards the wooden ship. Just double checking.
No, just behind him. I wanted to like intimidate him.
Okay.
But I want to use Mage Hand to try and grab his wand.
Oh, okay. All right.
So he's distracted by this giant flaming sphere, whilst my Mage Hand's like yoink.
Oh, I get you. I see what you're trying to do. Oh, it's clever. Oh my goodness.
I like that.
Alright, in that case, I will get you to roll a check for this though to see if it works, because if it does, then I'll say that you do this without any issue. So, you do all of this. You move the sphere closer and closer. And he seems like he notices it. He notices that it's coming closer. I want you to roll for me an intimidation check.
For the sphere?
For the sphere, yeah.
Okay, I'm not bad at intimidation. 14?
14? Alright. He's holding onto his wand, but he's pretty terrified and he's taking note of it. Okay. And you use your Mage Hand to try grab it out of his hand. As you do, he doesn't initially notice that you've grabbed the wand because he's distracted by this flaming sphere that's approaching the ship now.
Is it a sleight of hand check to try and yoink it, or dex?
I'm going to say it's sleight of hand at this point now. But since you've got him distracted, with a 14, he's a bit scared. I'll let you have advantage on the yoink, on the sleight of hand check.
On the yoink! What was that? Okay, so that's a 14 again, or... Hey, okay, 17.
Ooh, alright, cool. You yoink it.
I yoink it.
Well, he can't actually say anything because it's not his turn in initiative, but he seems visibly distressed.
Uh-huh.
So you've got a wand of winter at your disposal.
This is mine now.
Alright, so with that out of the way, unless you want to make some movement or anything like that, we'll move on.
How far can I move the Mage Hand? One sec.
Well, if you're... How far away can you summon it?
I can summon it 30 feet away.
Okay, so that's close enough. He's about 10 feet from you. So to grab the one and bring it to you, it's 10 feet of movement.
So I can move it a further 20 feet. So can I bring the wand to me? Because I've still got 20 feet.
Oh, yeah, sure. No, if you summon the Mage Hand near him, then you don't even need to do movement towards him. Like, you can just bring it back and still have 20 feet left over.
Cool. I bring my stolen winter wand back.
Cool. You have enough movement to go back and slap him and come back again. You have that much movement.
You know what? Why not? Give him a good slap and come back.
Oh my god. Alright. Fool me once, shame on you. Alright. So, with that out of the way. Baron, it's your move. What would you like to do? So you're currently moping behind Verdridi.
I decide to step aside her and aim a dagger at the man.
Oh my god. Okay. He looks pretty roughed up at this point, but yeah, okay, go for it. So are you trying to throw a dagger at him?
I'm gonna throw it as if You know, I forgot William Tell. Remember that when he shoots an arrow on the apple on top of a guy's head?
I haven't actually seen William Tell.
The pose that I'm trying to go for, throw it, and it's got a 17 to hit.
Yeah, you make contact with his head. Are you going for?
I get his like. How do I do this? I'm trying to aim for the top of his head.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say with your roll to hit, you aim accurately enough that you can hit his head. Yeah. So you throw it, and
okay. I hope he's not dead. Anyway.
Well, I'm gonna roll. You gotta see how much damage you do now.
Oh no, I don't have much damage. I got 6 damage.
Okay. 6 damage. Whew. He's okay. He's alive. Yes, but he's bleeding out, and he's looking pretty bad. He's a wizard boy, so he doesn't have a whole lot of HP. But yeah, you're making work of this boy here. So with that out of the way, it is now John's turn. So, yes, Aylin?
I forgot to use my movement.
Oh, do you want to use your movement as well?
I just walk. I just hide behind Core and start moping again.
Okay.
You hide behind 5 foot tall Core.
You hide behind Core very ineffectively, but you managed to do it. You can roll a stealth to see if you want to be able to hide even better. Bonus action to mope, so it's all good.
I hide.
Alright. Okay, Ellen, were you going to say something?
Oh, yeah, Trudy didn't have a turn.
Oh! Did you actually not go?
Shit, I know that
I did you out of order. Whoops. Yeah.
She was before John.
So, we have to go back. We'll say that initiative just swapped slightly for just this round. Virginia, it's your turn.
She just wants to, if possible, she doesn't want to actually continue an attack. She just wants to continue yanking with the thorn whip.
Yeah, I'll say that you can use an action to just yoink him back up onto the ship without hurting him if you don't want to.
Yeah, she's gonna do that, and
all right.
She would like to. Wait, let me. Okay, I just have, I guess, that is my action. I have no bonus action, or I have a possibility for a bonus action, but she's really just going to kind of stand there and just.
All right, you yoink him up.
Stop. Yep, she's just gonna stand in a threatening stance and say, "Stop this bullshit."
It's also a good quote.
You wand.
So you yank him up with your whip of thorns. He seems like he's writhing in pain just a little bit, not necessarily from the whip itself, but just from being moved around and from his injuries that he's sustained up to this point. Moving him closer, you get a good look at his fabulous cloak, which is, despite all the damage he's taken, it still looks great. This cloak is like fluttering in the wind. It looks amazing. Say again. Quinny?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
Voice.
Okay, yeah. You do that. You deliver your message to him, but it seems like he's out. He seems a little bit intimidated just by default almost. Now, with that out of the way, Virginie, your camera is busted a little bit, by the way. John is going to take his turn, and his oh my god, what was it called again? His sextuple hydro tetragon beam moves a little bit closer, another few feet. It's getting closer and closer to where Virginie's standing at this point. It's maybe about, with how much it's moved, it'll take another 2 whole rounds of initiative to actually make it to Virginie. Moves very slowly. Big ice cube. It looks like it might even make contact with the ship and do a bit of damage to the railing if it does. If it does any damage. Who knows at this point? John is going to use his turn to kind of quiver in fear, just a little bit. As a bonus action, he's going to quiver. And for his action, he's going to say, "Oh, okay, I surrender. I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt you." And he's going to start crying a little bit. Just a little bit of a tear. He's lost his dignity in this fight. And we're going to wrap around back to Core.
Alright, how do we stop the big ice cube?
It's up to you to decide.
No, he says that.
Oh, you say that. So do you want to exit out of initiative, or do you want to just leave that as your initiative order?
I want to take the wand for myself.
Okay, you've got the wand. and you ask, and we'll move to Rodriguez, if that's all you want to do.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, I'm fine with exiting out of initiative, but...
Alright, Baron, how are you?
I want to cast another spell.
Alright, okay, Rodriguez, your turn ends and we move to Baron.
I mean, like, if we are going to stay in initiative, she is going to attempt to intimidate him a little bit.
Oh, okay, go for it.
She's just going to throw 2 daggers down, and she would like to aim them not at him, but suspiciously close to him.
Okay.
Threateningly close to him.
Do you want to roll for intimidation? See how it goes. I'll let you roll with advantage because he's already been intimidated by Core at this point. So any further intimidations, and that roll is successful. So we've got an intimidating round going on here.
Okay. Well, that is a 16, no modifier.
Okay. He looks like he's pretty scared. He's wriggling around. He looks like he's pretty scared of all of you at this point. Baron, what spell did you want to cast?
I want to cast Mage Hand.
Yes.
And then it's going to go up to his face and pull his face into funny faces.
Alright, go for it. Yeah, you can do that. What kind of faces do you make him pull?
I'm just like stretching everything and then, yeah.
Actually, Queenie, does your webcam work?
No.
Oh. I was gonna ask maybe Baron wants to show us what the expressions would look like, but for the most part, his face looks very silly.
I'm gonna try my best to look like Shrek.
Okay, roll a performance check for me. Let's see how close to Shrek we get.
Okay. Uh-oh. Oh no, 19.
19? The resemblance is uncanny. It looks just like Shrek almost.
Just like Shrek.
In a billowing cape. And with that, I'm going to say that if you're all cool with it, you pretty much exit out of initiative. John doesn't look like he seems to be in any position to do anything. The ice beam is very slowly making its way closer and closer to the ship. It's moving slower than Vujiti managed to pull him up onto the ship. And Core, you asked how, what do we have to do to stop the beam?
Yeah.
He kind of looks at you. You have to melt it.
Cool. I moved my flaming spear over it.
Alright, you move the sphere just close enough that it starts to melt the sextuple hydro tetragon beam. And it starts, the cube is still moving, making its droning sound. But it's kind of like starting to melt just a little bit. And it looks like it might melt it a bit more slowly. It's a very big cube of ice, so it seems like unless you want to move it so close to the ship that you're going to burn the actual ship itself.
Change tactic. Can I burn the ice under it so it falls into the water?
What do you mean?
Like circle it? Like, you know, the ice, I'm assuming, around it?
Around what?
This cube is moving on ice, right?
No, it's in the air. It's a projectile.
Oh, okay, never mind. I have to continue doing this thing.
Yeah, it's like if this is the water and like your boat is like here, he was hanging off, so he like launched it up at Verdridi. And it's this huge ass chunk of ice that's just floating through the air at an incredibly magically slow speed.
Alright, let me see if I have any more fire. One sec. Oh, I have fire bolts.
Oh, okay.
Can I shoot some fire bolts at it?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
I want you to roll to hit for me, by the way.
Yeah. Ew, it's 11.
11? Yeah, you managed to hit it. And the fire bolts...
It's a +5. It's a 16.
Oh, 16! Okay, yeah. Okay, you hit it right on target pretty much. And it melts very quickly.
Okay.
And turns to steam.
Cool.
And John kind of looks around. My sextuple hydrotetragon beam.
Alright, boys, this is mine now. Core like waves the wintry wand.
That's fine.
My wand! Please! I don't have many possessions, please give it back!
Yeah, you shouldn't try to extort people. Badly. That was terrible.
I'm sorry, I thought it would work.
We've all
Does
been
this
there.
work often?
Well, no. But I thought maybe it could. I'm an adventurer, you see. Like you all, I'm assuming. And then he kind of...
Let's throw him in the dungeon.
Second.
Let's throw him in the dungeon.
And at this point, as you say that, you start hearing a rumbling. A rumbling beneath the earth. It's not coming from the ship, but you can feel it. It's suddenly very, very loud. And Dariel kind of looks around as well. He's been kind of watching this fight without actually having involved himself.
Oh, Dariel, forgot you were there.
He's just kind of leaning against the railing. Good job, guys. You did well. What's that rumbling? Man. And as he sort of says that, the rumbling gets louder and louder. And you're all looking around. If you're looking, roll for me perception checks to see if you can discover where the source of this rumbling is.
No, I got a 6.
6?
Oh.
Cord, you're too busy thinking about how dumb and silly and how much of a nerd Dario looks like. So you're kind of just laughing internally and not really paying too much attention to the rumbling just yet.
I'm gonna add the 1 to my inventory.
You stole his wand. It's just the regular Wand of Winter.
Wand of Winter.
How did you guys do on perception?
I don't have it.
For Judy and Baron?
Got a 9.
9? Okay. And Vidridi?
16.
16? Alright, Vidridi, you're the first to spot this. And the others kind of catch on eventually as well, because it's a big area. You're looking around, and very quickly realizing that it's not... This kind of rumbling, it doesn't sound like it's coming from the ship. This seems a bit more intense and very, like... intimidating and deep and booming. And it seems like it's something that even, like, the void of the library wouldn't be able to create. So you look around, past the ship, and you notice that the water is kind of rippling and shaking and doing all sorts of weird stuff. Just a little bit further from your boat, kind of off where you're standing. You can see just in the distance. It's hard to say exactly how many feet away. Maybe 50 feet or so. On the water, far, like, behind the boat. There's some sort of rippling going on in the water, and you get the idea that maybe it's coming from the water, from underneath the water. Oh, that's a bit intimidating. And the others also notice that after having kind of looked around a little bit and realizing that Vidridi's looking up to the water. You notice this too.
Yep, she's gonna point it out.
All right, and with that, Dariel also kind of now looks as well, having not noticed it before. Oh, do we know what that is?
That's a note.
Okay. Wasn't there like it was like a turtle or something that went by? Maybe that's it? And as he's kind of trying to collect his thoughts, and you're all kind of observing this water, you see just the top of something start to emerge. A dome shape of some kind. It's hard to tell whether or not this is some sort of creature that's raising its head from the water. But as you kind of stare and marvel at this event that's taking place before you, thinking, oh my goodness, yet another event at sea, what else could possibly go wrong? It emerges further and further, and you very quickly start to realize that this isn't a creature of some sort, or at least you don't think it is, unless it's very magical or something. It seems to be the stone domed top of some sort of structure, maybe? And it rises further and further, and you see this monstrous shape of some sort kind of emerge from the sea. It's like a domed mountain. You can't tell what it is. It's hard to see. And it starts to resemble more and more of what is it? Maybe a volcano with like a domed top. It's hard to say. It's all stone. It's covered in like seaweed and moss and all that sort of stuff. You see a few barnacles, maybe the starfish out in the distance. And you then as soon as it starts, it passes a point where you immediately realize what this is the carving of. Past a certain point, you start to notice that there's a fringe, and there's eyebrows carved into this, and like the shape of like eyes and like a nose as well. And it's a massive statue of a head of some person that you don't recognize, with long hair and a stone beard, with one odd exception, and that's that his mouth is open. It's like a kind of a, like in the carnival when you have those like the clowns that kind of move their heads around and you go like squirt the water gun. Well, it's kind of like that. And there's a stone, like, it's hard to say, it's kind of cut off. The mouth isn't really open or anything like that. And then it kind of stops at a certain point once it's reached that part of the sea, just cutting off where its mouth is touching the water. And just looking at this marvelous structure, this beautiful carving. It's covered in seaweed and moss and all that sort of stuff, but it's so big that you get like a pretty good view of what this looks like. It looks to be like the head of some old bearded person. It's hard to say who this would have been. If any of you want, you can roll for me. Any sort of checks you'd like, if you want to see if you recognize who this is. But
That's an ugly statue.
Does Jade have older brother that is live in sea?
He never spoke of a brother.
That is true, he did not. And Jade and Stronghand are both not with you at this point. They've gone down below deck to do some stuff.
Can I roll... Can I roll an investigation check on it?
Sure. What are you looking for when you roll it?
Because I wanted to roll a history check if it was like a statue of something, but if I roll investigation, I was wondering if I could see if it is in fact a statue or if it's something living, something magical. Because
I can like that. Yeah, sure. Okay, go for it.
Can I assist?
Yeah, sure. If you're both looking, I'll let either both of you roll, or one of you can roll with advantage.
I have +5.
Same.
So,
right. Corey, you go first then.
Wait, sorry, I missed that.
Okay, so I rolled a 15, so you could do better.
That's a 17 on the dice, so yep. +5, 22.
Alright, so collectively you're looking at this thing, and with both of you having a look, you do realize something interesting about this thing. You realize that it's probably not a living thing. It seems to be very carved out of stone and very old, and it looks like that it's been underwater for a very long time, kind of submerged, unmoving. But with your rolls, you do quickly kind of realize that there's something odd about the mouth of this thing. And that is that the mouth kind of is like, it's almost like the part of the stone that's covering the opening is like a door of some sort. And as soon as you sort of start to realize that, the door starts to open. And immediately, the water from right where the statue is starts to pour in. And it's close enough that your ship is caught in the current. So at this point, you very quickly notice that your ship is starting to move in the direction of this gaping hole. Dariel kind of looks around for a bit, and he seems
that was a phrase.
A bit freaked out.
Hold on. Alright, how do I use this Wand of Winter to freeze the mouth of that ugly thing? I asked the wizard.
Well, you need to know a magic spell.
Yes, tell, now.
Well... I don't know I don't actually know if he can freeze anything. I only know Frost Bolt. Maybe that'll freeze the ice.
What about the wand? You just froze all this shit. Come on.
Well, that's my boat doing the freezing. It can cast a oh my god, what is it called? A sextuple hydro tetragon beam. It's a special spell. It can shoot a cube of ice.
Right. Okay. How about this? We let you go free. You jump in the boat. You go freeze the mouth. You don't die. We don't die. Nobody dies.
Okay. Sounds like a deal. Can I go, please? Do you have any... I'm really injured.
I will heal you.
No. She will heal you after you freeze this thing.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
That is a fair thing. I was just going to charge payment, but that will do too.
Yes.
As this discussion is happening, you're getting closer and closer. You're maybe like 35 feet away from this gaping hole now.
Alright, we chuck him in the boat. Off you go.
Are you chucking him down? Oh my god.
No. Gently lower.
How are you gently lowering him?
How far away is his boat?
Just as a drop, it's like 25 feet.
I have rope.
You have rope? Okay, you want to tie him up?
It. No, just I will lower the rope, he climb it. And then I will pull it back up.
Alright, you're about 30 feet away from this gate, this opening now. He gets in his boat, and he starts trying to sail. He's like steering it with his little wheel. And he's like, it's freezing the ice. I mean, freezing the water as he's kind of steering his boat. He seems to have not very much control of it. You very quickly let
freeze the mouth so it can't suck water anymore.
I'm trying. He's steering left and right. It's kind of sliding a bit. It seems very awkward. And he's sort of he's getting pretty close. And I'm gonna get him to roll some stuff very quickly. So he skates right up to the hole, and he starts to try to create like sort of an ice barrier. And he skates just a bit too close, and he gets swallowed.
Nah.
He falls in. It's like watching him go over the edge of a waterfall.
That is unfortunate. Give me 1 second.
Daryl kind of looks at the others, at the rest of you. Well, does anyone else have any ideas? And you hear the crunching of the ice beneath the ship as it's kind of like making its way through.
Can I use the wand? I don't know.
You sure can, but you could. I think you have to use it to. I don't know if the wand, in of itself, has.
Because you said I've seen this wand, right?
Say again.
You said I've seen this one before, so I have probably a vague idea of what it does.
Yeah, you can use it to cast like Frostbolt and that sort of stuff.
Because I've pulled it up here, so I can cast.
It should be also like you can do Ray of Frost with no charge, I think, or something along those lines. I forget exactly.
Ray of Frost. Now you see, I know these spells because I have an Ice Boy.
Sure, yeah, you should know.
And Ice Storm, and I believe if I cast Sleet Storm, that will freeze the water in the mouth. I think that's the only one that will do that.
Okay, all right, you can do this
because it covers the area in slick ice. That seems like it will work. All right, I'm gonna cast Sleet Storm.
All right, what's the radius of that, or what's the range?
So it can be shaped in a 20-foot cylinder with a 40-foot radius.
Okay, yeah, sure. You can freeze like a big chunk of the ice, then right at the mouth.
Right on the mouth.
So you do that?
Over the doors. I make a door of ice if I can.
There isn't like a wall of. Can you make a sphere of ice, or is it only freezing water?
I'm trying to freeze. Well, it makes ice. It's a sleet storm.
Okay, so you can create like just a big ball of ice just anywhere.
And it creates water as well because it's freezing rain.
Okay, yeah, you can totally block it then if you'd like.
Cool, I do that.
All right, you do it. You seal John in. Poor wizard. And the water kind of comes down as this happens. It seems like it's still sucking water from what you can hear, but you can't see the water being sucked anymore. You hear like a sort of in the distance. The boat itself still has momentum from being sucked in the first place, so it's still very slowly drifting towards the wall itself, but at a much slower rate than it was before. And it looks like we've got a few moments before it actually sort of touches the wall and makes contact. If there's anything else you'd like to do. But it seems like for the most part, the water draining into the mouth of whatever this big building is, has stopped.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what else I can do. I'm running out of, stuff.
Yeah. It's also kind of later in the evening at this point now.
Yep. Who else has stuff?
Nothing that would help.
Dario looks around. I don't think I can do anything, but all that ice over there, that's pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that. That looks like it should be okay, I think. That's a lot of ice.
Yeah, but we're still he makes a drifting motion with his hand.
What's the worst that could happen? Baron, what about you? Can you do anything?
No.
All my spells are like speaking.
Yell at the ice.
I can just vicious mockery the ice. That's all I can do.
You could do that if you want to break it.
Let me check my ritual.
Vicious mockery. Mock the ice.
That would be
Don't break our ice. Don't break the ice on the mouth.
I don't think vicious mockery would have an effect on.
Exactly what? Yeah. I can't do anything.
We can attempt to turn the boat.
Well, we're heading.
Try to navigate away from.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know how to steer a ship, so I'm gonna leave that to you if you'd like to try that. I think we're heading backwards right now, though, so this is kind of a.
Can anybody cast gusts of wind?
Daryl looks around. No, I can't.
Because, I can do this, but I do not have it prepared.
Oh, that's kind of a shame. And at that point, the boat kind of makes a. You hear like a crunching sound, a light crunch as the boat kind of comes to a halt, and you all kind of step forward a bit as the boat kind of suddenly stops its movement, and it seems to just kind of sit still for the most part. It's at the ice ball that's now blocking the wall. You can hear like a faint kind of watery sound effect coming from somewhere. It seems there's water being drained someplace, but just looking around, unless you want to roll for something. Looking around you, it seems like the water's all fine and it's all still at this point, now that the wall's been blocked. And just generally getting a sense of your surroundings now, you kind of have a look around, and you see open skies and sea as far as the eye can see. Doesn't seem like it's a very interesting landscape at the moment. You don't see any land anywhere. Who knows where on Earth you are. The only interesting thing right now, on the horizon at least, is this big behemoth of a structure. Now, that aside, with your ship no longer moving, having inspected the ice at least somewhat, now that you're close enough to it that you can see it right up close, blocking the entrance, you get the impression that if the ship was to have gone through this hole, that it probably would have fit the way it was moving. However, all the masts would have been broken off by the mouth of the the opening, I should say, because the roof isn't actually high enough to take the whole boat in without having done some serious damage. Plus, maybe also going over the edge of whatever this like waterfall-looking bit was would have maybe turned the ship over or partially destroyed it. It's probably good that it's been blocked. But we're not moving at the moment. Now, if anybody wants to roll for me, perception check to kind of have a bit of or an investigation to kind of have a look at the ship a little bit to see what's going on.
I'll perception that shit.
All right, go for it.
Same. 19 for perception.
I got 18.
Nice. Core.
Wait. Natural 20.
Oh,
yeah.
Really good rolls. All right. All of you are looking around, just kind of getting an eye for like what's going on. You're checking out the ship. The ship seems like it's in pretty good shape. It's in ship shape. And even just looking, you're kind of like looking around in general. You see that there's, aside from Mort and Freddy, they're kind of like now walking in your general direction to kind of check up on you and see what the hey is going on and what all this was about, and who the new person was. They're walking towards you. The ship looks mostly clear. There's nobody else there. It seems like the ship hasn't actually taken any damage, or at least not from this vantage point, from the ice, from hitting it. It seems like it was pretty slow. And the structure itself is very, very, very ancient. You get the feeling. You can see some inscriptions as well now in it while you're close up. And all of you looking at it have seen this type of text before. At some points, you recognize that it might be Dwarvish. It's kind of a very, very common script. But you very quickly learn, or you'd have to probably roll for a different check, but it seems a bit different. It's a very, very old script. And it doesn't really match anything that you've kind of come across just from looking at it just in general. This whole structure is covered in moss and seaweed and urchins and sea snails. They're just kind of like moving around and slithering on the top. And it's mostly peaceful at this point. Now, Core, with your roll of 20, there is something extra that you notice that maybe it would take the others just a tiny bit longer to realize. And it's that the ship isn't actually moving at the moment, and it's not anchored. It's just kind of staying still. And as you kind of look, and you look at the masts and the sails, you see that the sails aren't actually catching any wind. And looking around a little bit more, you really quickly realize that since this appeared directly behind you, and you were heading in the opposite direction, this huge structure is now completely blocking the wind path of what was once driving this ship forward, which explains why it isn't moving at all right now. But it's not anchored or anything like that, so it's just kind of drifting there. And you can't, even with your roll, you can't really see it move, so you get the impression that it's just kind of sitting still and chilling for the time being.
That's fine. I have a question for either you or Aelin again. With wizard spells, because I am learning. How can you cast things as rituals, but it takes 10 minutes from the spell book?
Okay, so how ritual spells work. Sorry, this is a fun thing that I actually had to look up recently.
Go for it.
So a level 1 ritual spell will take 10 minutes. Level 2 ritual spell will take 20 minutes, etc., up and up and up. This brought to you by I cast a level 5 ritual spell, Commune with Nature, and it took almost an hour.
Dang, okay.
Because on my D&D Beyond, it only says 10 minutes for a level 2.
I think that might be just the general casting time.
Okay.
But let me double check the rules on this.
That's fine.
Because it does change the effect. So, like, for example, when you level up something and it gets more damage, that changes. So, by that line of thinking, the time would also go up if it changed. Because I know also in Emma's game, we've always played it as only 10 minutes for a ritual spell.
Honestly, I like that so much better than the 50 minutes.
Yeah, I've never heard that rule before, but I don't know if this is going to apply to what I want to do anyway, because I want to try and cast something that I don't have prepared, but I have a feeling that I can't do that as a ritual if it's not a ritual spell.
Okay, with the time crunch aspect of the spell, I mean, we can just decide on whatever you guys want to do from here on going forward for whatever is the most fun. So whatever you think would be the most interesting and enjoyable aspect of the time aspect of this kind of spell, then we can just say we'll do that, and it'll be my DM's ruling on it. So how do you want to do it? Do you want to do 10 minutes for all ritual spells that are done this way, or do you want to do the time increment increasing?
I feel like the 10 minutes is what my D&D Beyond says for my spells, and I know that Brian's spells are the same.
Yeah. Well, forgetting that, we can just do whatever is more fun. So even if you just want to do it that way, just because.
I mean, that's what my D&D Beyond says, so yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah. Aylin, what do you think?
I'm looking up the rule just because for like my own sanity, but like personally speaking, I think that I like it only takes a flat 10 minutes no matter what the spell is.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. We'll do it that way in that case.
If you think about it, like a level 1 spell doesn't take longer than a level 6 spell to cast as an action. Like the action doesn't take any longer. So by that way of thinking, the rituals should take the same amount of time.
Yeah, we can do it however. I don't really mind. I'm happy to do it however. So we'll say that going forward we'll do 10 minutes for all the ritual spell casting times.
That's fine. The spell that I want to cast is Gust of Wind, but again, I'm not sure if because I haven't got that prepared. So, is it a short rest or a long rest where wizards can change their stuff?
Well, actually, speaking of that, the other part of your perception is that it's pretty close to, like, it's very, like, late in the evening at this point. Having gone through and seen the pillar and all that sort of stuff, you are getting to the point where you could take, like, a long rest and rest up and restore your spell slots, establish watches, maybe just, in case, anchor the ship as well, because it seems like, for the most part, this area is peaceful.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have to take a long rest to change my spells. So
if you want to do that, then, I mean, at this point, while you're kind of thinking about what you want to do...
I got the answer.
What's up?
Sorry. According to Google, the ritual version of a spell takes 10 minutes longer to cast than normal.
Yes.
I appreciate just that that clarity right there. Just
there you
that.
Go.
Yeah. So it's just
whatever your normal casting time is, it's just 10 minutes plus that.
Okay, easy. So if it's already got a casting time of like 4 hours, it'll be 4 hours, 10 minutes and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, easy.
Yeah. So if you look at, like, for example, I have, let's go for a level 2. I have like Magic Mouth, and that takes 1 minute if it's not a ritual, but if it's a ritual, there's a little tag under it that says plus 10 minutes for ritual. So it tells you. It's fine.
Alright, cool.
I'm really just happy for that clarification. That just feels so much better.
I can't believe 50 minutes spent on a ritual. No, dude.
That's a bit. But okay, so we've got that out of the way.
Taking a minute to cast Gaius is mean, but anyway.
Mort and Freddie.
Accurate. Yeah.
Mort and Freddie make their way up. They make their way over to you, and as you guys are kind of having a moment together, bonding, Dariel's there. You're all kind of marveling at this ice creation and the cool new wand. Freddie kind of comes up and asks, "So what happened?"
Huh.
And he looks at the ginormous head statue thing that's staring kind of at all of you. "And what's that?"
Yeah, this is unfortunate.
"Did you make that thing appear? That's amazing!" But
not the rock thing. Not the ugly rock person.
Okay, well, I don't know who that is meant to be a head statue of. I don't recognize it.
What about your little dwarf friend? Does he know?
He squints. Let's see if he knows. It looks kind of familiar, but I don't recognize it. "Freddie, are you sure you don't know who this is?" And he kind of looks at Freddie, and Freddie kind of squints as well. And he kind of You know, you're right. It does look a bit familiar, but I am not sure why. Have we met this person? Probably not. Is this... Maybe, I think, is historical figure? You know, like, how you call it? Like a figure from history. You know?
Cool.
I think so.
Would I?
Can I do history check?
Know it? Yeah, would I know it?
You can roll a history check to find out. If you definitely wouldn't know it, then even a 20 won't save you. But you can try.
Can I roll a history check too?
You can. Go for it. Anybody who wants to, with this knowledge from Freddy, can go for it. You've all been around different parts of the world, so who knows? Maybe one of you has actually stumbled across this information.
I got 21.
15.
Okay. Okay. And Virginia, are you rolling as well?
I did roll just on the off chance, and that was a 22.
Oh, okay! Alright. That's pretty good. Alright, Core, with your background and your knowledge and the things that you've come across, even thinking about it after a little while, this doesn't seem like somebody that's can come across you. I mean, they're kind of ugly. It's not like you would have remembered their face anyway.
Incredibly ugly.
Yeah, so it's like, this is not the type of person you'd even want to remember, really. Aesthetically, it's not your thing. However, Baron and Virginia, you actually do kind of get an inkling of who this might be. And thinking about it for a while, you get the feeling that this might be like an obscure person from literary circles. Somebody who's dabbled in translating and transcribing languages and that sort of thing. But aside from that, it's very hard to tell. This seems like a very obscure figure. But you get the idea that you might have enough information to maybe research this person at some point. Should you choose to go down to the... Well, I mean, the library isn't exactly functional right now, but maybe a library.
Can I... you said that we saw the text on the statue?
Yeah.
Can I transcribe that into my notebook in case I need to look it up later?
Sure. This kind of statue is covered in writing, so you can pick a portion of it to transcribe.
Okay.
And just tell me where it's located, and then I will keep that in mind. So you're right now where you are. You're kind of like, if you imagine like the head shape, it's kind of like the water is here, and you got this like shape of this big statue kind of in front of you. So you got like the rims of the mouth and like the cheek sort of area. Above you is the nose.
The statue of Salazar Slytherin, basically.
Yeah, that was what I thought it was.
It's like long flowing hair. But yeah, you can see a few parts of it clearly. But
okay.
Yeah, if you want, I'll let you roll an investigation check to see if you can gather anything from the writing.
Well, because she only speaks Common, Sylvan, and Orcish, so...
I looked up what all of your languages were to see if any of you would recognize what any of this says, but none of you recognize it.
Yeah. Basically, it's gonna look more like a sketch rather than someone who's actually knows what a writing this is, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. Well, we'll say that you transcribed some part of it, and then I can give you that information later, if it ever does come in handy. Unless there's anything specific you're looking for, I'm just gonna say that you pick like some random part of the text. And
something that would look like a title, I guess.
Okay, if you're looking for that sort of thing, then kind of above or just below where the bridge of the nose is, you do see a series of like bigger texts kind of carved into the statue. From this close up, that's what you can kind of see. If you're looking for something that looks like it might be a bit more of like a label or something like that, then you've got that at least. So you're transcribing that? I'll keep that in mind. All right. Now, that I don't remember what Freddy was even talking about, but yeah, he realized to you that that's what he kind of thinks, and that's what some of you realize. Core, you don't realize that though, unless somebody mentions it to you. And Freddy and Mort don't actually know either, really. But Baron and Virginia, you get the feeling this is somebody who's been involved with language somehow, transcribing maybe, it's hard to say. Something like that. That's the vibe that you get. And, who was that fellow? The small one? Where'd he go? I saw him, he was up here, and you guys were not having a good time, but he's gone.
Yeah, he got eaten.
You got eaten? Did you eat? Did you eat a person while I wasn't looking?
No, he did. Core points behind his shoulder at the big, ugly statue man.
Oh! Is this isn't alive, is it? He kind of looks very worried. Sweat like building up on his brow.
Yeah, I don't want to be around to find out.
Okay, that's probably a good idea, but he kind of looks around. It is getting late. I think that maybe while we're at least near this land, I will maybe go have a nap. Mort, would you like to come with me? Mort kind of looks around. He looks a bit tired. Well, I guess as long as you guys have got everything under control.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm the only one who can cast, like, the wind gust spell, so I think I should be, like, the priority for napping, you know?
Oh, do you want to nap?
Yeah.
Oh, then, okay. Well, okay. So, we're going to nap now? Is that what we're doing?
Well, I will go and have a sleep, because otherwise we're not going anywhere.
Okay, that's probably a good idea. Oh, that's really great. Okay, should we establish, in that case, maybe some watch times?
Yes, my friends over here can take care of that, because, again, I am the one with all the power at the moment. Farewell! And he goes to his bedroom.
Okay, goodbye! Goodbye! He kind of waves. Okay, so do you want to take watches as well? I mean, I think I will take maybe one with Mort. Or with one of you. Mort is a bit grumpy, you know. I don't want to bother him unnecessarily if he wants to get his beauty sleep. He's a beautiful. Mort kind of looks very annoyed by this entire interaction. Anyway, I will take a watch. But what are you thinking? And he kind of looks at the two of you and Dariel as well, who are still here. Dariel kind of looks at the two of you, waiting to see what you guys will say first. Baron, what are you thinking about? Daryl sort of says,
I need fun.
Well, it seems
cut out
a little bit. Yeah. Did you say beauty sleep?
Sleep.
Quinny, you're cutting out a lot.
Need my beauty sleep. God damn it.
That came through. So Daryl kind of looks at you. Does that mean you don't want to take a watch?
That was me.
Say again, you cut out.
Nothing.
What did you say?
I was like, why? Are you trying to flirt with me?
Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, Bob, you can insight check him if you want, but hey, it's just gotta have. He's just asking, as far as you know. He kind of, as you sort of say that, he kind of nods his head just a little bit, and he turns to Virginie. How about you? What are you thinking?
I will take a watch.
Okay, cool. I'll take one as well then. In that case, we can the three of us can rotate around, I guess. Also, yeah, maybe somebody should be with you, Freddy, just for the sake of making sure everything goes okay, and you don't wander off and do anything. Hey, I don't wander off. I keep my eyes peeled like ripe bananas. Freddy, you don't peel ripe. Forget it. Okay, I just, as long as at least you've got Mort with you. Mort, can you please keep an eye on him? Yeah, I think it's for the best. And he starts heading off kind of preemptively. And Freddy kind of looks to all of you. So, okay, in that case, how do you want to do this? I don't mind taking any order. I can go now, I can go later. I can go in the morning. I don't like the morning that much, but I can do the morning. Daryl kind of looks at Rodrigo. I can go now. I don't mind staying up for a little bit longer. I haven't really done anything.
Okay.
All right.
I don't mind any order.
Cool.
So long as it gets done.
It's fair. It's a very practical way of looking at it. I like that. Where are you going to be in the sleeping quarters, or are you going to be somewhere else? Where do you want me to find you to go get you for your watch? For Drudy, was it?
Yes.
Cool.
She will go down to her. I will be in my quarters.
In the infirmary? He kind of asks to confirm.
Yes.
Okay. I will do my best to find you. I think I've been there before. I think I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna He thinks for a moment, and then he thinks, actually, to tell the truth, I have no idea how to get there. I need some help, I think, maybe. Can you guide me there now, just very quickly, and then I'll come back and I'll take the watch, just for the sake of...
How about you sleep? I go do watch first.
Okay, that sounds like a better idea. I'll be in the sleeping quarters. I'll steal somebody's bed, it's fine. I don't know if I have one there, but I'll just take one that's free, if possible. I kind of, up to this point, really just sort of slept in the cells, but I'll just sleep, I'll just somewhere there. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll let you take the first watch in that case.
Okay.
Have a good night, Vidridi, Baron, and you too, Freddy. Stay safe. And he kind of heads back. Now, Core, since you were the first one who initially left, is there anything you want to do in your time alone as you head back down into the depths of the ship? Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I was just away. What did you say?
Oh, I was saying, I was just cutting back to you. Since you were the first one who left the party to go down into the ship, in the maybe couple, 5-10 minutes that this sort of went down, this interaction, deciding who's going where, is there anything you wanted to do heading back down the ship? So, what you would have seen from your vantage point, if you were heading back down below deck, is to your side, heading down the staircase, you would see kind of the room where all the cannons are and stuff like that, like the weapons room, basically, which is just below the deck, and kind of like it pokes out. A few guards there polishing some cannons and putting away cannonballs. Cloud would have been there as well if you had looked. He would have been sleeping near one of the cannons, curled up in a ball, like cats do. Otherwise,
Gonna resist the urge to drop a cannonball on his tail.
Do you want to do that?
Nah, he doesn't dislike Cloud.
Okay. Yeah, he's just kind of sleeping. He looks like he just fell asleep at some point. Oliver is going to come after you as you sort of do this. He's just going to waddle with you, looking very eager, following you around.
Hello, child.
Hello. I lost Jade.
You lost Jade?
Yeah. I don't know where he is.
Cool. I'm going to pick him up by the scruff of his neck and bring him over to Cloud.
You bring him over and you pop him down.
I just kick Cloud very lightly with the tip of my foot.
Okay. Cloud just kind of, he wiggles around in his sleep. 5 more minutes.
I pull Cloud's ear.
Oh, it's just you. I had a horrible nightmare that I was being eaten from the ear down. What's going on? What time is it?
Look after child. I toss Oliver at him and walk away.
Oh, hello, Oliver. It's nice to see you again. Hello. Wait, hold on, but I need to tell you something important.
Ugh, what? Beauty sleep. Do you people not understand how important this is?
And at this point...
Oh, of course you don't. Look at you. Anyway.
As this interaction is happening, the rest of the party start coming down. It's a pretty short interaction. You guys are all together again. Hello. So, you're all now in the same location there. Cloud as well, Oliver as well. Cloud kind of heads over with Oliver because he's kind of just like... He's got something... I guess he's got something... I don't know. And he brings Oliver to you guys, and you're all there. And Oliver turns to you all, as if he's about to deliver some sort of insane, like, remarkable conundrum to you all that he needs solved. I feel sick. My tummy hurts.
Medic!
And you yell after Vidridi. Vidridi, how are you doing? What are you doing in response to the child's plea for help?
Wait, okay. I thought she was watching from up top.
Oh, okay. Is she not coming down as well?
No, because she was on the Beyond Watch, the first watch.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, okay, so
Daryl,
you guys...
go get the medic.
Alright, fine. He walks back up. Hey, Vidridi, I know I just saw you, like, 20 seconds ago, but, apparently you're needed just below deck. I think Oliver's sick.
Okay. And she walks very briskly.
Okay. You guys walk back down, and he's kind of flapping his wings. Also, I remembered something. I think I saw Tome of Nature walking around with a piece of paper earlier when she was zoned out. Wait, you know where you guys found me? Yeah, I was over there. I thought maybe you should know.
Well, you feel sick and we have a runaway zombie. So these are two separate issues.
Wait, is Tom still sleeping?
The last you saw her, you kind of let her go to sleep in the sleeping quarters, which is where you're all heading for the most part, except for Vedridi. So you'll run into her soon.
Cool. Drudy, do you want to look after the sick child and we'll go find the zombie?
Okay. That sounds... If you need me, I will be doing watch.
Cool. Boys, let's go.
Cloud sort of hands the child over. Thanks, Vedridi. I really appreciate all your services, and good luck with watch. If you need anything, I'll be somewhere. I feel kind of awake now. I got scared awake by a dream I was having. But anyway.
Hey, Cloud, you can come with us and be mildly helpful.
Yeah, sure. I love being mildly helpful and not sleeping, so I'll come with you. In that case, thank you for inviting me. He looks very tired, but he walks with you, and Dariel's there as well. So Vedridi and the child, you head off to... Is it the infirmary, or are you heading back upstairs?
Infirmary on the way to upstairs.
Okay, so you head off to the infirmary. Now, everybody else, you're heading back down to the sleeping quarters, is that right?
Yes.
Alright, so you walk down. As you walk down the stairs, you do also pass by that main room where some of the guards and stuff were before, and where you overheard stuff, and you see the tables are out, and it looks like dinner is just being packed up now. There's only a few guards left, and they're kind of picking up plates and stuff like that, and you realize, oh hey, they serve food on this boat as well, at times.
Oh,
cool.
Wow.
Amazing. So they're cleaning up. You're heading down. Looking around, you're making your way through. The corridors are a little bit different than they used to be, but you get the feeling that, it's probably the pillar or whatever. It's just making the ship a bit different. You're used to it by now. You make your way down, and you make your way all the way back to the sleeping quarters. And you see now, as you kind of look around, that a lot of the guards are asleep. They're sleeping. You know? All the doors to all the quarters have been shut, and some of the crew, or the other Dragonborn, are kind of like resting in the hammocks. And you see Tome of Nature as well.
God damn, I want to put those doors down. Anyway, yes, Tome of Nature.
There is also the one kind of room that you were sleeping in last time. That's not one of the hammocks. That's one of the private rooms that you were also using. That room is still there. Jade is not there yet. You don't see Captain Stronghand either. Who knows what they're doing? They're going on their own fine little side quest that I will maybe roleplay with Emma at some point in the future, so that she has something to do this session. Anyway, you head back down, and you see people sleeping. Dragonborn sleeping. There's a few spare bunks here and there, a few spare hammocks, so you have all the choices in the world if you choose to sleep in the hammocks or not. Dariel's kind of with you. You see Tome of Nature. What do you guys want to do?
Paper that Tome of Nature has.
Alright, so you're looking. What do you want to do? You want to inspect Tome of Nature herself?
Yes.
Alright, so you go right up to her.
Actually, no. I want to spray Tome of Nature with perfume and be like, Dariel, would you mind inspecting the gross, smelly thing?
Why?
Because I'm taking you on the date of your life in Capital. This is the payment I need. We're gonna find
okay,
you.
Hold on. Who are you taking me on a date with?
We're gonna find you a man.
Well,
it's gonna be wonderful. Anyway, yes, zombie. Inspect.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check. He's looking at you he's just kind of like frowning a little bit to see if this is really worth it or not.
It definitely is. That is a 17 plus. Plus. I'm very good at persuasion. 21.
Ooh, shoot. He kind of frowns for a little bit.
Tell that I know what people need.
Alright, okay, fine, but only because you're so charming. There's one off,
Yes,
okay? No more favorites after this. Time to inspect the body. And he goes over and he walks over and he kind of starts ruffling around and trying to carefully, like, inspect Tome of Nature's person, quote-unquote person, bird person, to see if he can find anything. And kind of, as he's doing this, he feels like he puts his hand on her neck. And kind of makes a concerned expression. Hey, Core.
Yeah.
I think she's dead.
Huh? Core jumps like a foot back. Ugh.
She was okay before, right? I feel like I remember her having a cold or something. But she's not breathing, and I don't feel a pulse. And I feel like that's...
You know that she was like a reanimated corpse, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah, okay. How do I summarize this? We had a friend a feathery friend,
Uh-huh.
and he got smashed by a not in the cool way. He got smashed by a giant boulder.
Okay.
And then there was a necromancer, and they put Tome of Nature's soul in his body. So it's not really that surprising, but it's a little bit sad and kind of gross.
Okay, well, if that was the case, why is she dead now? What changed? We've been on the boat for like a couple days at this point.
Good question. No idea. But I guess we gotta go find Dreedy. Again.
Okay. Do you want me to... okay, look. I'll look for a little bit longer if you want me to, but I feel kind of weird kind of touching a cadaver of sorts, as Dree would probably put it.
You know what? Because I mildly tolerate your presence, I will look over your shoulder and assist you.
Oh, no. Where's this going?
We'll investigate together.
Okay, fine.
You have hands, I have eyes. This is a wonderful combination.
Wait, that's not what okay, come on. Let's do half-half. I'll do one hand, you do the other. Okay? Then we'll call it even. We've got 4 eyes together, alright?
Core just holds up his, like, dainty, painted, like, glittery fingernails, like, Dario.
Baron, can you help us out? I don't want to do this alone.
Baron. Ariel, who are you again?
You know what? It's not important. Just help us out, okay? I don't want to feel this corpse down.
No, what?
I believe the term is "feel the corpse up," Dario.
No, my Corey, you're not helping me.
I'll leave it to the plebs like you to do it. Were you my servant? I can't remember.
No, I'm not your servant. I don't even know you.
He's Dario. Okay. We rescued him from the dungeons.
So you helping us or not?
You can do it yourself.
Oh, Jesus.
Thanks.
Alright, fine.
See, I'm helping with my eyes, which makes me mildly more helpful than Baron.
He's good. Okay, he's gonna.
Besides to brush his hair.
Dario kind of looks at you. He says, "Look, you have to use your hands. I'm not feeling down this entire corpse. Okay."
Okay, Baron summoned Mage Hand to help.
Thank you. Okay.
I can do this too. There we go.
All right, we'll do a third each. All right, how's that?
Wait, can I have a question? Does Dario have long hair?
No, he has very short hair.
I want the Mage Hand to do something unhelpful.
Unhelpful. He's got like, okay, if you imagine like if I had a good haircut, that's what he would look like. That's what his hair would look like. He doesn't look like me. He's pretty tan.
The Mage Hand to just wipe the sweat on Dario's brow like a doctor.
Yes.
See? Helping.
Core, do you mind? What are you doing? Use that Mage Hand to put it to work. Just help me.
Can I flick him on the nose and be like, be grateful?
Ow! It didn't hurt that much, but I'm a wizard. What are you doing? Okay, fine. I'll do like 90% of the work. And he kind of starts just feeling around and like lifting the wing and stuff.
Hey, I was the one who like pretty much saved us up there, and I'm the one who's pretty much gonna save us tomorrow. So like,
you're not pretty much anything aside from maybe a bit pretty, but let's not go there, okay? You're not helping at all. Flicking my nose, wiping my brow.
I have done my work for the day. If I did any more, you should be paying me.
I should be paying you. Is that right? Okay.
Yes.
Sure thing. Okay. I'll tell you everything that I find. Sure. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is a really interesting item. Oh, wow. That would be a shame if you didn't know about it. I'm just gonna pocket this. And he kind of like makes a motion.
Can I like smile and like dip into his vision and cast Unsettling Visage again and roll an intimidation check and be like, you really want to do this?
Yeah, sure. Oh.
Intimidation. Wait, let me get it. I think I have a +2. Okay, I think Core's pretty Wait, no. Wait. Oh, dude, I don't even need to use that. I can just do this as a changeling.
Oh, shoot.
Invest intimidation. That is a 15.
15? Yeah, he gets pretty spooked. Oh, okay, stop. Okay, fine. I didn't find anything. Look, Tome of Nature doesn't look like she's carrying anything on her. What are we looking for again?
Piece of paper.
Piece of paper. Yeah, I don't see one. And if you're insisted on finding this paper or whatever, you can look for yourself. I've looked. I don't know where to look. Tome of Nature isn't even wearing anything. It's a big bird.
Baron, what about you?
Sorry, you cut out.
Baron, what about you?
What about me?
Yes, we're looking for paper. Paper tends to be white and rectangular, flat in nature.
What?
Queenie, you're also cutting out.
I'm so good.
I just heard it. Ah!
I know. Dude, you're like cutting out for me, so I hear like half of what you said, and I'm just like, huh?
Quitty, you need better connection or something. Oh my god. Oh, this is bad. But I can hear you.
Storming here.
Oh,
It's gonna storm here tomorrow and the day after.
I'm excited. I'm purposefully going out into the rain tomorrow.
Wait, I want to check something real quick to do with the storm.
Yeah, go for it.
Where
there. So, Queen, what were you saying before you cut out?
Okay, it's like... Oh, honestly, I don't even remember what I said before now.
I think Cora's just asking, like, hey, Baron, what about you? As in, like, insinuating. We're here looking at this corpse. You want to have a look? Because Dariel's kind of over it.
Dariel.
Darling Dariel.
Dariel.
Looking at the corpse and contribute a lot.
Maybe roll like an investigation check.
Are you trying to purposefully not contribute anything?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, look, unless you're flipping Tome of Nature over, she doesn't have any armor on, so she's just like,
Investigation check, except I got a 6, so I can't even investigate anything.
You're trying your best. You know, you're distracted by the fact that you don't really feel like, investigating this corpse. But hey, you're doing your thing.
Okay. I have a +5 to investigation, so I would like to lean over the corpse and hold my nose and use my eyes to roll an investigation check.
All right, go for it. Roll an investigation check.
It's okay. It's a 13.
13? Okay. It's really hard the way you're kind of looking at it. It's hard because there aren't a lot of places to even investigate on this corpse. She's got her wings, and that's about it. You get the feeling that, she could be lying down on something, maybe. Who knows? It's hard to say. She's definitely not going to wake up from being tossed and turned around in her sleep anyway, it seems like. So that seems like maybe something worth investigating, but other than that, you don't really find anything just from looking her up and down. It looks like she really isn't carrying anything. She doesn't even have any personal possessions.
Yeah, I don't really want to go near that.
So, staring over this corpse, we'll cut back to Verdridi, who is on her way with Oliver, I believe, to the infirmary?
Yep.
Alright. So you're heading back. You walk back. It's all nicely lit. You run past like a few guards. They kind of just like acknowledge you. They kind of just do a nod and they don't really say anything unless you want to say anything to them. They, for the most part, seem like they're sleepy and they're getting ready to get to bed. But you don't really run into too many people. Make your way back. The hallways this time are a little bit more different than they've been in the past, but you get the feeling that maybe, it's just... We messed around with that cue bullet, so who knows? Maybe the ship is just in a bit of a weird state right now. But you make your way to the infirmary, and then you get there unless you're doing something else. Baron, did you say something?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I hear like occasional like coming from like somewhere. I don't know if that's like you cutting out or something. I just have to double check. So, Verdridi, you make your way with Oliver as he's kind of flapping his wings. And you make your way to the infirmary, and now you're there. And he's kind of looking at you as much as he can in the position that he's in.
Oh, wait. Basically, as we were going, she would have been asking basically, like, about his, like, symptoms, like, what he feels like is wrong, etc.
Okay. My tummy hurts. I don't know. I just hurts. It feels weird. I think I might fart. And then he farts. And that's what he does.
Okay.
He deflates a tiny bit in your grip.
She's not carrying him. She is letting him walk.
But my tummy hurts. Cloud was carrying me before.
Yes, that is Cloud.
Oh, okay. I'll come with you.
Yeah.
Pardon me. He kind of just shyly as he walks.
She might have, I don't know, maybe a little bit of issue with like bedside manner.
Don't we all?
That's fair. That's totally fair. So you walk
Negative charisma, guys.
Yeah, it's good. It makes for great interactions. So you walk back with Oliver. This pair is a great pair. You walk all the way back, and you make it to the infirmary. He's kind of following behind you, and he seems mostly chipper, as children usually do. He's got a bit too much energy. Don't know where it comes from. Maybe some of that growth hormone in there. Now, what would you like to do with him?
Can I roll a medicine check to see if like there's anything like that I can tell, like
Sure.
physically?
Go for it.
Okay, I'm glad I have a really good modifier. That is 17.
17? Okay. You sit him down and you kind of just like inspect him. He seems like he's doing alright. He hasn't really gotten into any accidents or anything like that, it seems. Physically, he's pretty alright. And you think back just a little bit and you remember that he was in that box of seeds, just eating tons and tons of seeds, and you kind of get the feeling you probably have a tummy ache because you ate a bunch of that stuff. Some of which was questionable in the first place.
Yeah. Okay, so she's probably going to make him some tea with licorice and ginger for his tummy.
Okay, cool. Alright, so you get the ingredients out of your cupboard of ingredients. You bring out the kettle and you start making some tea. And he's kind of sitting there, kind of wiggling around. Oh, by the way, I forget if I've told you, but I saw Toib of Nature carrying a piece of paper before. Is that important? It was, like, torn.
It might be important, thank you for telling.
Yay, I'm being helpful.
Yes. Most helpful thing you can do now. Drink the tea, don't wait for it to cool down, blow on it.
Okay. You get spit all over your hands as you do this.
She's not holding it for him. He gets spit all over his feathers.
he spits all over the cup.
Okay, maybe too much blowing. Okay.
I'm really good at blowing. Look how hard I can blow.
Those are some good lungs there. Do not spill tea.
I know. Okay, I'll take a drink. It's hot. I need to blow more. And he kind of starts blowing again. The water and the tea starts splashing out of the cup a little bit. Virginie, it's too hot. I can't drink it. Starts crying.
Oh my god, annoying.
It's fine. You wait, you drink tea, you go to sleep, okay?
Okay, I'll wait.
And maybe eat less seeds. The oils from the seeds can...
I ate so many seeds.
Mm-hmm. Maybe eat other things to help.
I know, I've only had seeds today. I haven't felt hungry since I ate the seeds. I ate so many of them. Are they bad for me?
Everything is bad in overabundance.
Okay. Okay. That's kind of sad. I really like eating seeds. They taste so good, and it's really like fun to like break the seeds open. You press on it, and it goes crunch. It's really fun.
How much tea is left in that cup?
It's like
it all spilled.
It's 2/3 full. He can't do like too much damage by just blowing it out of the cup.
Okay.
But if you want, you can
top
it off.
I was gonna say if it's like half full, she would have just gone back into the cabinet, just grabbed a licorice root, and just said, "Okay, here, you chew on this."
Or you can do that in that case if you want. Oh, okay. Is it hot?
No, you just chew on this. It tastes a little funky.
Okay.
And then by the time you're done chewing on, you drink tea, go to bed. Okay?
Okay, I'll take a bite. It tastes really bad, Virginie. I don't like it. I don't want to.
Fine. Be sick.
I'm sorry, he's not
children.
Lives already.
The highlight of my DM career is being a literal child. Literally.
Just chew on it. Don't need to swallow. Just chew on it.
Can you make it an aeroplane?
No.
Oh, my Retreat. It tastes so bad.
Oh my god.
It's medicine. It not necessarily tastes good.
Oh, okay. Will it make me feel better?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give it another try.
Also, the assumption is that he can't talk while he's chewing.
He can't talk while he's chewing, but he's chewing. He's drawing it out. He doesn't want to swallow.
Yeah, he doesn't have to swallow it. Just the oils will be enough to help soothe his stomach.
And he's just keeping it in his mouth.
Yep. When you're done, you spit in trash can and drink tea and go to bed. There you go.
He tries to aim it into the trash can. And we're gonna roll for him. I just barely hits the trash can and goes in.
Good. If you miss, you would have to clean up.
Oh, I'm sorry. But look, I always had really good aim. I'm really good. You want to see me do it again?
No.
Oh, okay.
Trudy's an icon.
Putting up this petulant.
Like, I have business to attend to.
Just
you
all
stay
business.
here, drink your tea, go to bed.
Petulant
I go
child.
to my watch. There you go. Done.
Yeah, I'll try the tea. The tea seemed hot before. Maybe it's okay now. Hey, the tea is nice. I'll have more of the tea.
Okay. Drink all the tea. Go to bed.
And he drinks it all.
Okay, yeah. She's once he's started drinking it and is assumably going to sleep, she's leaving.
Dad, really? Can I sleep here?
Yes, that is fine. Go to bed.
Okay. Thank you. Good night, Judy.
Good night.
Bye. Oh.
Yeah. Gone.
Alright, you go. Back to Core and Baron. Are you guys going to sleep? What are you guys doing? So you're inspecting this body, and you haven't found much of anything. Is there anything else you want to do while you're here?
Either of you doing a watch, Baron, Dariel?
Daryl speaks up. I am. I think I'm going after Dridi because I can't remember where the how to get to the infirmary. So I'll just do it after Dridi comes back to get me.
Just gonna go have a nap. Right, maybe tell Drudy when you see her that a Term of Nature is dead.
Yeah. Okay. Are we leaving? How did the guard not realize? Okay. Are we leaving? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell. Are we leaving her here?
You know, it will take 3 days for the body to really start to reek.
We're not leaving here for 3 days, are we?
Nah, only a couple hours.
Okay. A couple hours? Are you getting up in the middle of the night to move the body?
Nah, but Drudy might. I'm not touching that. I'm not going near that shit.
Wait, okay, fine. I'll tell Dridi when we see her. I've got to go to sleep.
Nah, yeah, me too. That's
we can pretend we can try and make her our puppet.
a piñata.
Baron, how do you suppose?
Yeah, we can
pretend.
Do you really want to turn her into a piano? That sounds really inappropriate. I don't think there's candy inside of her. And he pokes her. Look, she's all fleshy and weird.
It's alright. I can make her come back to life as Baron tries to be a ventriloquist.
Alright.
I am not. Core, you're okay with this?
Not really, but I need to sleep because again, I need to reiterate, I am saving all of you tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Have your pretty sleep. Baron, you were not animated.
No, I don't really need it. Anyway, bye.
Okay. Have a good night, Core. I'll talk to you in the morning. Baron, you are not allowed to reanimate. Time of Nature, leave her here, okay? If you're gonna do anything with the body, find somebody else to approve whatever you're about to do. Find me, especially me. I don't want you to move around pretending she's alive. Okay. Baron, I need you to tell me you understand.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, good. We'll do some fun stuff in the morning, okay? We're not gonna be moving around, Time of Nature, pretending she's alive. That sounds really bad, and we're gonna wake some people up. Where are you sleeping, by the way?
Not with you.
I'm hurt, frankly, but no, seriously. Look geographically where you're sleeping.
Where else?
You were in the private quarters, I think. So probably there, if you want to sleep there again.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
is
wherever I was sleeping last night.
I think you were sleeping in the same room as Core and Jade, I think.
No.
Or was it not?
Core and Jade were in their own separate room.
Ah, okay, yeah. So you would have been on a hammock then, I think, maybe.
Sure.
So if you want, you can do that, or you can try find a room that's free.
I'll just sleep back in my hammock.
Alright, so you crawl into a free hammock.
It's very big of you, Baron.
You can sleep directly below Tome of Nature if you'd like. That whole hammock is free.
Oh, nah. Dude, he's getting hives from being around Tome of Nature.
Just kidding. That's totally fair. Hey. Do you think that wizard is okay, by the way? Like, I know he came off as kind of a dick, but...
Yeah, I know. Core's kind of a dick sometimes.
No.
This is true.
I didn't... look, okay, you do have a point, but... No,
Hey, Dariel, I've vouched for you. I've been your best friend out of this crew.
You're gonna wake people up. I want you to roll for me, actually. Oh, actually, no, I've got a different way of doing it. A few of the as you yell at, a few of the guards kind of toss and turn a little bit, but nobody actually wakes up.
I will wake people up to defend my honor.
I'm sorry. It was just a joke. Just a joke.
I'm very good at expressing myself. You wish you were on this level. I snap in Baron's face.
Okay. Baron as well. Okay, no, I meant.
Is so confused because he still thinks you're talking about Core.
I was talking about John the Ice Wizard. That guy, the guy who we just met.
But his name is Core, not John.
No, the other guy, the guy we were fighting, the one who made you cry, Baron.
I'm not an ice wizard. Who would be an ice wizard? I'm a wonderful, sparkly wizard.
I'm gonna roll something again. Oh, this is just tossing a turn. Core, please keep your voice down. Everybody's sleeping. I'm a prisoner. Remember, I'm a prisoner. I'm not meant to be here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Guys, he's a prisoner. He's not meant to be here.
Baron, please keep your voice down. You're taking years off my life.
Alright, let's leave this room. Come on, snap.
Okay, I'm gonna sleep below Tome of Nature to make sure nobody does anything. Okay.
You're gonna sleep in a room full of guards.
Where else am I meant to sleep? Oh, that's actually a good point. I need to sleep somewhere else. I didn't even think of that. I'm going to the jail cells, okay? I'll be safe.
Come on, No, Dariel, follow me. We're gonna find you somewhere else.
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm being nice.
You gotta persuade him. Right now he's stressed out.
I'm just trying to help you, dude. He's 14.
14? You're really charming, you know that, but okay, fine. Let's go.
Yeah, I know.
What did you have in mind?
I was gonna find you an empty room.
Oh, okay, cool. That's really nice of you, actually.
I know. I am actually quite nice, but everyone is surprised I am. Core is really indignant.
Okay, where are we going? Are we checking these rooms? He's pointing to the rooms that are nearby where you guys are sleeping.
Yeah, Core's gonna check the rooms near him.
Alright, you check the very next one first, and that door opens and it's empty.
Cool, in there, bye.
Okay, and you shut the door. Oh, okay, that was kind of rude. Baron was right, he's kind of a dick.
I kick the door right where
he gets hit by the door. Oh, okay, I was just testing to see if you could hear me.
If you ever want to find a man, you need me in your life. So don't get on my bad side. And Core backs away and goes to his own room.
The door closes again. Did he just flirt with me? I mean, I know I'm irresistible, but... Okay.
He's taking Dariel on a date. He's not flirting with him.
He was just kind of interpreting it because it's like, you're never going to find a man, you need me in your life. So he was thinking like...
It's true, I'm flirting with you. I flirt with him.
He's going to go to bed. And as you boys also head to your bunks, we're going to cut back very quickly now to Verdridi, back on her way to the top deck to perform her watch. So, Verdridi, you walk up back to the top deck. As you walk up, you notice that less and less people are there. Cloud has gone off. I forget where he went already. Cloud is somewhere. Somewhere on the boat. He's probably making his way to some sleeping quarters. But you make your way back to the top deck, and you're ready to do your watch. So, while you're here, and you're taking in the environment, the scenery that you see around you is very dark. It's almost eerie how dark the sea actually becomes at this point in the night. Now, in the time that all this has gone down, you do realize that a bit more time has passed than you probably were expecting. Just like this kind of stuff, it takes a little bit longer than it seems like it should. But you're there now, you're up the top deck, and you can see all the stars in the sky illuminating the deck of the ship that you're standing, but you find yourself on now in solitude. Looking out into the horizon, you see the reflections of the stars reflecting back from the sea and the horizon back up at you, and it's almost like you're traveling through space. It's kind of like a nice sort of scene. And I want you to roll for me a perception check.
Cool.
As you take in the pleasant sea breeze. Well, it might not be pleasant if you don't like that sort of smell. The potent sea breeze.
She does not mind. That is a 17.
17? Okay. So you're scouting. Now, is there any particular place you'd like to go to get a better vantage point or anything like that? Or is there anything you're specifically looking for? Otherwise, I can just give you a general description of the stuff that you'd see.
She's just keeping a general lookout.
Okay, so you kind of just you walk around the ship a bit. You keep an eye on the ship itself to see if anything's going weirdly there. It seems like nobody is on deck right now. Jade and Captain Stronghand haven't made their way back yet. Who knows what they're doing at the moment, but they've kind of gone off. You take in your surroundings as well. You kind of look out at the ocean. It looks... You can't even see the water. It's all just it's all just stars to you at the moment. Being this far out at sea, there's no kind of artificial light or anything like that, or even fog to kind of block your view. So it's a very serene sort of sight, very peaceful. The ocean itself is very calm as well. No storms, nothing like that. It's very, very chill. You do kind of see the silhouette of the big stone head obstructing part of the sky. So that's kind of cut out. Like this big silhouette of this head is just kind of right at the ship, and that's pretty close to you. And you can't see too much of that. You can kind of see the edges of it kind of illuminated by the light, and some of the snails that are kind of crawling across this thing are a little bit they're like illuminated a little bit, kind of maybe glowing a little bit in the nighttime. And I want you to roll for me, as you're inspecting everything, a d12, please.
Cool. Let's see what we get. 6.
6?
Yep.
Okay. So you roll a 6. Alright, I see.
Ooh.
While you're doing your watch, you do you're keeping an eye out for all sorts of perceptive senses. You're getting a smell of the environment. It smells like the sea. You're keeping an ear out, and you do kind of feel like you hear something coming in the distance.
Cool.
And you're listening for
what do I hear?
Well, you're waiting for a bit. You could have sworn you just heard something, but you weren't really listening for it, so you didn't catch it for a second. But you're listening a bit longer, and then you hear kind of like a. And that's it.
Do I know where the directionality of this is?
Yeah, it came from the head. In that vague direction. But
Can I investigate it?
How would you like to investigate it?
I would like to approach it.
Alright, you approach it. You can roll an investigation check. You just have to tell me what you're looking at or for.
I'm looking for the source of that noise.
Alright. Roll investigation.
Sweet. That is a 19.
19? Ooh, okay. So as you get closer, you have a very good kind of auditory memory in that you remember what it sounded like and where it probably came from. And as you approach the head, you very quickly realize that it sounds like it sort of came from within it. And from the way it sounded, you get the idea that whatever it is that made that sound was kind of muffled by the head itself. Now, whether that's due to the stone and like the ice kind of blocking it, it's very hard to say, or how far inside the head it actually came from. But you very quickly get the idea that it's something probably inside that made that noise. But you don't really hear anything now, kind of listening out for it. So it's hard to say whether or not it was something living that made that noise, or whether or not something fell somewhere, or if somebody on the ship did something, but it seems like it probably didn't come from the ship itself. And as you wait and you take the rest of your watch and you're just kind of inspecting this head, and I'm presuming not leaving the ship, that's kind of the impression you get, unless you want to do anything else.
May I ask about the moon's position in the sky?
The moon's position in the sky, it's actually blocked right now.
Okay.
So from your vantage point, this you could presume probably that the stone statue is blocking it right now because of how dark everything is from your point of view, including the deck of the ship to some degree. You're getting the stars kind of shining down a little bit, but the moon seems to be, if it is actually there, because there is a slight chance that the moon is just totally gone.
But it's basically a new moon kind of thing.
Yeah, but right now you can't see it, so you get the idea that it's probably behind the silhouette. And it's kind of lit up from a point where it seems like maybe it's being lit up by the moon's reflective light from behind the statue. So you can't actually see it unless you decide to like jump off the boat and swim around, or like climb around the statue or something.
Yeah, nope.
But otherwise, if that's all you're doing, then your watch... Say again.
She'll just say a quick prayer, since she knows that, like, she has an inkling that Tome of Nature has died.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Fair
and
enough.
we'll then go wake up Dariel.
Alright, so, with your watch done, you slowly start to make your way, and you head back down into the bowels of the ship. You walk down, and you know roughly where he'd probably be. Now you walk into the bunks, like the bunk room, and you see all the bunks everywhere. You see all the guards sleeping, because you get the feeling this is where it probably is. And before noticing anything else, now that you've kind of come to get Dariel for his part of the watch, you very quickly do catch a glimpse of Tome of Nature, who is lying in a bunk, kind of directly opposite from you, kind of across the way. I mean, you do also see Mort and Freddy kind of there as well. But
Okay.
You do see Tome of Nature if you do want to go check up on her. But that is...
Like, there's nothing she can do, so she's
True.
just...
But aside from that, having entered this room, you don't actually see Dariel. Now this is because
Okay,
Core moved Dariel to one of the rooms. You don't know which room he's in.
She's gonna go find... She's gonna attempt to find Dariel, and if she can't, she will just wake up Mort and Freddy early.
Okay, cool. You would know, I think, where... Oh, maybe you don't know where Core would have been sleeping. But okay, in that case, I want you to roll for me... How are we gonna do this? D100.
A D100?
Yeah. As you're kind of... You're gonna... If you're picking a room at random, that is.
She's probably going to just work her way through the...
Oh, work her way through.
Yeah, like the various like bunk rooms.
Okay, well, if you take the first room, the very first room on the left, for example, the very first one, you open that door, or if you can try it. Core, I need you to tell me, did you lock the room that you're sleeping in?
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. The room you tried first is locked.
Okay, she moves to the next one.
Alright, the very next one, you open the door, and... Well, you try to open the door, and it does open, and you see Dariel kind of... He looks like he's pretty restless. He hasn't actually slept much, and he's kind of awake in the room, and he turns to you as you enter. Oh, hey.
Time for watch.
Okay, that passed really quickly. All right, thank you for getting me. Okay, I'll go. Thanks. How did it go? Did anything happen?
There was noise. Be wary of statue.
Oh my god. Okay, did the statue? Okay. Is there any... Okay, just a noise. Just a noise?
Just a noise.
Okay. From the statue. Alright. Okay, I'll go up. And he starts kind of walking up. Good night.
Good night.
And he walks back, and you sort of walk back with him for a little bit because, I mean, well, actually, where do you sleep? If you're sleeping in the infirmary where Oliver is as well, then you kind of head back in roughly the same direction for a little bit. So if there's anything you want to talk about for the next sort of minute while you're walking with each other, then there's that. Otherwise, Dariel's going to
As she breaks off, she will point this where is the where in the infirmary is.
It's right there. Okay. Okay, cool. I think I should remember that. Thanks. I wasn't really sure. And then he walks back up. And he makes his way through the winding sort of corridors and stuff like that. So it's not too far from the bunks. He makes his way up, and he's going to go take his watch. And also, now, okay, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to roll 2 d12s. One for myself and one for... Okay, hold on. Where's my other d12? Here it is. We're going to see how this turns out. I'm going to roll this not in my dice roller. Alright, okay, cool. As he's speaking his watch.
The GM laughs.
Yeah, I'm just laughing because I'm having a good time. I'm just enjoying my time with you all. It's always nice. We're together. All of you have made a very good effort to come out here, as you do every single time, and I thank you very much for that. Dariel makes his way to the top deck. To the toppest of top decks. And he's just gonna take his peaceful watch where nothing is gonna happen. He's gonna look around, he's gonna do a perception check too, he's gonna just inspect like the general vicinity. Oh, that's not very good. He's taken aback by the stars in the sky and them reflecting back at him, and he just sort of thinks for a while, like, man, I don't know how long it's been since I've really taken the time to kind of just gaze out at the stars and really take in how peaceful my life has really become. I can't really complain. It's all going well now. I've made some new friends. In the background, it goes off a few times. He doesn't really notice. He's taken aback by the glorious scenery right now. Man, this is really beautiful. He's looking around. If only the others were here to see this. Another. This time much more visceral and loud. Comes from behind him, and he starts thinking to himself, what the hell? That must have been the sound that Dree was talking about. And he starts walking over to the head. He's kind of inspecting it. That was kind of loud. I didn't notice. And he hears another. Sounds like something is being broken. He keeps walking closer, and he doesn't see anything. He's kind of inspecting it. What the heck is going on with this thing? Why does it make so much noise? Quiet down! People are trying to sleep. He points at the statue and kind of laughs to himself. Okay, this is actually probably serious. Maybe I should go get somebody. And he stares at it for a little bit longer. The cracking sounds kind of come through. And the sound of water starts to kind of come back. Like a gentle sort of flowing.
Goddamn ice breaking.
And then another. And the whole ship kind of moves just a little bit. It's not enough to wake anybody, you know, it's just kind of just a bit gentle. And the sounds from inside the ship aren't too audible. He starts like kind of panicking a little bit. Oh no, I felt the ship move. And he kind of looks at the ice, and he notices that it's cracked quite a bit at this point. And the ice shatters. And the ship begins to move. Into the hole it goes. And with that, with you sort of maybe kind of stirring in your sleep just a little bit, you've gotten probably just barely a long night's worth of sleep. Just barely, I'm going to say.
Great.
With that, we're going to end the session, I think. We're going to leave it right there.
All of us have gotten a long rest?
Oh, actually true. Only those of you who didn't take a watch. The others of you would have taken a short rest instead.
Okay.
So, it will still be... But it's still like... It's really early in the morning. It's maybe like... How would I say? Maybe like 3 a.m. probably equivalent. It's been a fair few hours. But... For those of you who took a watch, the time that it took to take the watch kind of negates that a little bit. So, Baron and Core, if this does startle you, which we'll come back to next session, you would have taken a long rest. For Dreedy, though, you would have taken a short one. And
that's fine. I get my wild shades back.
And then we'll resume. In 2 weeks from now, we'll resume with the Shiny Boys. Thank you very much for making it here. I hope you've enjoyed the session.
That was a good sesh, dude.
That was.
Oh my goodness.
All sesh.
I'm curious to see where this is going to head. Ooh, I was doing a hell of a lot of extra rolling behind the scenes here, but let's just say that the live wizard was not very happy that he was blockaded in there. We'll have to see where this goes, but I'm excited. I'm excited.
The live wizard. What? Who?
The live wizard wasn't so happy with being encapsulated in there. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe, but we could have been coming to get him, you know.
I don't know if he necessarily got that impression.
We knew where he was.
It's hard to say, obviously. That would be funny from his vantage point, though. He's like, oh shit, I fell down. Okay, it'll be fine. It's just sealed with ice. But I think we had a fun session. I enjoyed it. John the Ice Wizard freaking almost ripped. Man, he's a squishy boy.
I have a small question about John the Ice Wizard.
Go for it.
Has he had a chance for a long rest?
You don't know that. I'm not revealing that.
I just felt like asking it, you know.
You know what though? Nah, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. We're gonna keep it a mystery for the time being. Who knows?
For 2 weeks.
2 weeks is gonna be good, and then we'll have Emma back, I think. Oh yeah. Also, are you guys all good for 2 weeks from now?
Yeah. What date is that? Should be fine.
It's February, I think, actually. It'll be.
Should be.
Oh, it's the 1st. Ah, cool. The 1st of February.
Yeah, should be fine.
Does that mean we play on Valentine's Day? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh no, we play on the 15th.
Yeah.
Day after Valentine's Day. Oh, we should do something special. I don't know what to do. Who knows?
Wow, it would have worked out really well if Core could have taken Dariel for his big date on Valentine's Day around Capital.
Maybe a date can still happen somehow. I mean, look, it's D&D. Literally anything is possible.
Accurate.
And also, I mean, you've got your cape, and you can transport one person through it. So you can move like however many 100 feet, like 200 feet or something.
I
I
forgot.
think it's 600 feet, but into the ocean.
Wait. Did I add that to my inventory? Hold on.
Make sure you add it, because that's a really good item. The Cape of the Mountebank, or however you.
It's such a cool item.
I don't think I can add it. I think I have to add it manually. Hold on.
Maybe.
Oh no, I do have it. Cape of the Mountebank.
Yeah. Read through that effect carefully, because the way I'm going to rule that is exactly how it's ruled in the D&D rules. So it should be all good.
I can't have any more attuned items.
Yeah, true. Actually, you have to attune to it.
How do I add that?
So if you want to do it, actually, did you attune to it when you picked it up? Maybe. If you tried it on.
Yeah, he's attuned to that one, but wait. Count of the. Give me one. There we go. He's got it.
Cool.
Wait, this one doesn't require attunement. Never mind, only the Ring of Evasion requires it.
Oh yeah, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, your Ring of Evasion has some interesting stuff too. You also, I'm pretty sure, as far as like interesting items are concerned, I think you still have, and this is going to be a throwback, I think you have Yerek's Tiara still.
Oh, damn.
Which has, I'm just going to remind you, just so it's in the forefront of your mind. I'm not going to like doing this as a DM to like influence outcomes of anything or anything like that, but it's got an inscription in it that you can read.
Can you send me what that like actually is?
I think I've sent it in your inventory. I think I sent it.
I've just added it to my D&D Beyond.
But if it's not actually, if I didn't send it to you in, I'll check in Discord if I sent it to you. I think I should have, but if I haven't, then if I go far back in my notes, far enough in my thing. Okay. My god, this note here. What session is this? This is funny. Session 5. Core read this and also stole Yerek's tiara, and then this face that I drew, just like this.
Locating tiara of the Sojourner.
Yep.
Let me check what that actually is. No, I can't find that on the internet.
I'll send you the thing. Because I have a screenshot of like the effect that it has. But the actual the description the inscription that's written in Elvish, in case you want to quick refresher, which I'll also send to you. It says, "When desperation clogs the mind, seek the truth within the center. The secret you will find, if spoken hastily, and you will enter." So that's for like.
Core has a tiara.
So yeah, I'll write that. I'll send it to you because that has some subtle, important information. Maybe, who knows? Yeah, it might not be important. Actually, I take that back. It's just aesthetic. You don't know. But anyway, I hope you guys all had fun. If you ever feel like anything I am doing or trying is like not fun or not as enjoyable, or I could be doing better, please do hit me up because I appreciate feedback.
No, you do great. That was really fun. Thank you for making my day significantly better.
Oh hell, that's what I'm here for. For all of you guys. Also, if you feel like I'm favoring characters or not focusing enough on anybody, please also hit me up with that because I want to make sure that I'm not doing that.
I don't think you've ever done that.
I hope not. Well, I mean, we did have that one catch-up session with Jade that I really could have done outside of the game, so that was like some improvement.
I think I was gone for most of that session, so I can't comment.
Yeah, you were gone for most of it, but Baron and Aylin were here to witness the monstrosity that was that session for that part of it.
I mean, first time DM, you make a couple mistakes. That's completely fine.
A couple is an understatement, but I'm glad that we're having fun. I always appreciate very, very much that you guys enjoyed, and it's always really flattering that you guys care enough to want to engage with this world, however much you want to. So yeah, love you heaps.
Can't wait to see what hijinks Jade was getting up to.
Yeah. I sent Emma like a hey, Do you mind if we do this with Jade? But she didn't respond, so yeah, Captain Stronghand took Jade aside, and we'll see what he's been up to. Maybe. Who knows?
You know what? Just spam things like Caster's great, Loran's ugly, and she'll definitely reply.
Okay, I don't think my own heart could take that. I think I would send one message and like literally melt. So I don't. I'll leave that type of blackmail to you.
Top tips from me. Very good at getting on Emma's bad side.
I can't do that. No, I couldn't make myself. I can make bad jokes to the point of annoying people. That's my thing. I can do that.
Loran's goatee should be shaved off. Just try it.
That goatee is like that's got the microchip that's controlling Loran. If you shave that off, he's gonna like power down. So we can't do that.
Oh no, not a powered down Loran.
But no, it'll be good. Okay. Well, alright, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna cook dinner. I'll let all of you get some rest and all that. Especially you, Lily, because you've been looking thrashed around. Quinny, how are you doing with everything actually as well?
Same old. Work Monday to Friday.
Oh hell yeah, living that adult life. Yeah, you guys are. My goodness, it's work, man. Are you enjoying it though? How is like work going?
It is what it is.
What company are you working for, Quinny?
Kapumga.
Oh, you're working for KPMG. It's
pretty good.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, got it.
It's good, dude. I'm having fun at my work. I might just do full-time at Coles eventually. I'm having fun. Screw my degree. My degree made me miserable.
I am not having fun. My degree is making me miserable, but I know in the end I want to write books, and therefore this degree is necessary.
I mean, that's the important thing. It's all the stepping stones, to get to the eventual dream. I believe in you, fam. You can do it. I believe in all of you.
Please buy a copy of the Brand Flakes book out in 2021.
I am ordering one on pre-order. I want a signed copy for me and every one of my friends and my family. They're all getting one.
My god. Because Emma sent me, you know how Emma made me a birthday present that is very late, but it's really cool. My dad opened it, and apparently it's a book of my fan fiction with Emma's illustrations.
That's really cool!
So cool! But my dad has like opened it, and he started reading it, and it's just Loran and Brian fan fiction, and he's asked me like, who is Lorun? What is going on? And he's like reading like portions of it to me, and he's like, what is happening? And I'm like, you know what? Better you don't know. Take it as it is.
It's good. I like to keep my dad up to date with my hijinks, but he's pretty interested in D&D, so it's good. It's good shit. It's like, we did this. He's always asking me like, did everyone die? I'm like, no.
Oh yeah, I get asked that. That's the one question that my parents seem to agree is like, all right to ask after every D&D game. Did you die? Did you die? Did you die?
I get that, and I get periodically a lot like, so what is D&D again? It's like a video game.
Yeah, video game. I get a bit.
It's like, no, we're just using Discord. We just need to video call.
It's a game in our minds.
It's a tabletop role-playing game. You need a table. You need to be oriented such that you can play on top of it, and you're good. You need some rocks to throw, and you're fine. It's pretty good.
For tomorrow, Aylin, are we starting at 8?
I assume normal time, unless y'all need to do things and stuff.
I'm all G for whatever time.
I'm okay to start at 8, but if Emma gets home earlier, I don't know if we can post this in the chat. I'm also okay to start earlier because I have work again on Monday.
Yeah, if you want to start earlier, that's fine. Just let me know.
But only if Emma's home, because I know Emma's in Tokyo right now, so I don't know what time she's getting home tomorrow.
Yeah. All G. Oh, also, if you ever have an issue with this time slot, hit me up.
Yeah, just let me know because I need to set my alarm. Yeah.
If you and Emma can do half an hour earlier, I might prefer that. If that's okay with Thomas as well.
Yeah. I'm only away in the morning, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to dictate. So if you want to post that in the chat and see if people can do that, because I'm totally fine to do 8. It's just I would maybe prefer half an hour earlier, because half an hour earlier means half an hour more sleep.
Wait, do you mean
and I have short sleep.
Do you mean just for Aylin's one shot or for both this game as well?
Oh no, I'm for the one shot.
Okay.
One shot.
So is my cam working, or is it?
It is now.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
welcome back.
Also, I'm gonna log off as well because I'm so tired. So
yeah, for sure.
Tomorrow. Thanks again for the game.
Lots of love.
Okay.
Thank you guys for
and
coming.
You want it at 7:30, not 7?
As early as you guys are comfortable doing it, but also make sure that Emma can make it because I don't want to make Emma come home early from Tokyo if she doesn't have to.
Okay.
Cool. Alrighty. Night, guys. Bye.
Night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright. Thank you very much for watching. It's been another pleasant session. I hope that you will enjoy watching it. It's a little bit of a shorter one, but I think it was still a good one. And we'll be back, regular time slot, 2 weeks from now. Yeah, that's been that. And if you watched this point in the video, then thank you very much for watching. Appreciate you all. Much love. Ciao for now.